and welcome to the CU Space Cowboy Actual Play Podcast, presented by Tidal Wave Games. I'm Onslaught6, your host and band leader. This week, we'll meet a new member of the team who we'll introduce right now. Why don't you tell us all about your character, because nobody on stream has seen it before.
Oh, nobody, yes. That's right, so nobody on stream has seen, okay, so, Spanks Sinatra is a drag king. He uses he, him pronouns, but he is a woman and a lesbian. He does Sinatra covers and is really badly depressed and mostly just goes along with shit because he has no purpose in life and doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself.
That's the most Cowboy Bebop out of every single one of us.
I have enough optimism for this whole party.
He also has, like, a best friend slash valet slash guy that he pays to do stuff called Ouija. And Ouija is, like, probably more competent than the rest of the party combined.
Yo,
He's the Alfred.
Wasn't on today.
So yeah. What are all your talents?
I got 2 drinks.
What are all your talents, Spence?
So my talents are, so I've got, under muscle, my talent is that I'm a lesbian himbo, which is to say that I do, like, despite my despair and depression, I do try to help people. I'm pretty stupid about it, but I try, and so I will definitely, like, pick up and fireman's carry you out of a situation. My moves is D8, because I'm good at swing dancing. I'm not very smart, but I am observant. I'm good at, like, sitting in the corner of the bar, just being like... And, my cool is that I can sing in style like Sinatra. You know...
Got it.
My favorite food is Manhattans.
Forgot about that.
Alright.
And the theme song is Mac the Knife.
Oh my god, cats, stop it. We're live on the internet, you can't be fighting. Hey!
Well, no, cats, if we're live on the internet, you need to be in camera and the door. See, there. Now you're doing your job.
Oh, last time, didn't one of them, like, knock over your pizza rolls, like, mid-game?
Yeah, Lucy stole some pizza rolls.
That's cats for you.
I still think we need to set up the live cat cam. I think that's how we balance out our uneven number of
That's it.
windows here.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll do
look,
that next time.
You know...
Honestly, I think the live cat cam
we can have Lucy.
The live cat cam would probably make us the most popular live play on the internet. Like, all we have to do is just be like, cats.
Okay, so, last time. Who wants to talk about what happened last time?
Oh, boy. Well, we didn't know what to do with ourselves, and just kind of, like, we're popping around town and checking to see what bounties we had, and we found 2 of them. We found one that was, like, a level 4 threat, who seemed kind of difficult, and we weren't really sure we wanted to do that, because we got our asses kicked the last time. And the other one was only a level 1 threat for, like, a bunch of money, and wasn't even technically a criminal, just, like, a person of interest. So the rest of us were like, we should totally do that. And Sammy's like, okay, fine, don't listen to me. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, a random civilian who's being, like, who's got a big, huge ass of money on their head, that's suspicious. That's trouble. That's some corporation or somebody is gonna, like, fuck you over about that one.
So it turned out that the 1-star bounty was Anielika Gandolfini, who was the daughter of the Don of one of the 2 warring heads of the space mafia, who ran away from home because she was being betrothed to, I can't remember his name, but one of the Bonsanero boys. Yeah, from the other warring family. And so she was on the run, and her dad put out a bounty on her. And Sammy knew this because he owes a debt to the Gandolfini family. And so he didn't want to get involved with the bounty, but he was outvoted because of how easy a job it seemed for such a big
He was
payday.
outvoted because all the rest of y'all are stupid.
Right, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, we ended up finding the two of them. It was her and it was Gordon Crowley, the deal maker, who was a cybernetic parts dealer. And they ended up being together. We found them in Gordon's hideout in the warehouse district. And ended up taking in Gordon for the bounty, but decided to take Anna off of Ceres to Mars. I think we decided we were going to meet up with somebody on Mars to take her to safety instead of turning her over for the bounty. Except Sammy was actually going to turn in Anna for, and not for the bounty, was going to turn her back into the mafia because of his debt. But it ended up not working out. So they're all on Sammy's spaceship now, headed to Mars, supposedly, with Anna in tow.
And I guess Spanks finally took me off red, because last session I had been talking about how I'd been texting Spanks and he'd never texted me back. So you must have finally texted me back.
Well, here's the text you get back is what? No calculation, no punctuation.
So at that, you're probably just gonna get the response of, "Hey, we're going to Mars. You want to come with?"
Okay.
So I'm overjoyed because that means one more friend, and I almost have enough friends that I need 2 hands to count them on.
We're okay. Sure, we're friends.
So, do you guys want to buy anything before you head out?
Oh, I don't know. I get a bottle of whiskey from the club. I don't know if Mars even has good whiskey, but I know that they might not. I don't know when the last time I went to Mars was.
I've never left Ceres. In fact, I've lived here my whole life. I'm very excited for this road trip. And I would try to buy more climbing gear because, man, I got some mileage out of that. But I owe a bunch of money, so I should probably save. Besides, I've got all these pain drugs now.
You want me to buy the climbing gear for you, babe?
Oh, I don't have any slots, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because your big Tesla gun takes up 2 of your slots.
My big Tesla gun is in my locker.
Okay.
I got. Wait,
what all do you have then that you don't have any slots?
Okay. I have cough drops and herbal tea, and a nice suit and hat and some smokes.
I have the knives, my restraints, the bombs.
Yeah.
And now I have pain drugs.
I could probably
the Tesla gun.
The Tesla gun, which is in my locker.
Could probably put the cough drops and the herbal tea in the locker, and then I could bring you some climbing gear if you really think that's a thing we need.
I also have 2 open slots. I have gun and computer, and that's it.
Well, would you like some bombs? I promise I labeled them this time.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. If I have cough drops and herbal tea, I need to take one of those out so I still have a gun.
Emmy went through his inventory and wrote smoke and real on the bombs to differentiate which was which.
No, I remember he used the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I was just thinking,
that was how I took a wound last time.
I mean, would it make sense to... So we're leaving planet, we're all going to be in my ship. Would it make sense to buy spacesuits in case of emergency? Or would that be something that, like, I feel like Sammy would already have?
The ship
no,
doesn't have...
You don't already have them.
You don't have them?
No.
Okay, well, there we go.
They are $100. What is the denomination we're using?
There on the sheet that I have, it's 100. Whatever.
$1.
$1?
Yeah, we haven't named
$100?
it. What's the currency of Mars?
Wait, do we have to look up the Martian exchange rate?
No, it's the same, but it's definitely a different currency.
They cost 100 Jordans.
They have Michael Jordan's face on them?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're called space bucks. I don't know. People call them space bucks on the street, but they're Jordans.
Wait, are they Air? But is there another type called Air Jordans that they only use
Those
in the
are the
area
coins.
stats? Ah.
I think we should probably get the spacesuits just because now that it's come up, we will certainly need them. The seed has been planted. The only way we won't need them is if we get them.
My young impressionable
Yeah,
life
that's
is in
brutal.
your hands.
How
What?
What was that?
old is this kid?
Like, well, on
We didn't say.
series, on series, he's probably like in the upper 60s because of we've established
The time
that
dilation.
you know the time shit. But he's like an 18, 19-year-old kid.
Because a day
Oh,
on
wait, Emmy or-
Sarah's is
Emmy or
only
Anna?
9 days.
Emmy.
10 days, but the year's longer because it has a bigger orbital period.
Does it?
Did we say how old is
Yeah.
Anna? I don't think you said.
Ceres is further out than Earth or Mars,
but they
therefore
count years by the days and not the...
Yeah,
That's-
they count years by the days and not the rotation.
that's
So
you
the-
mean the
I
orbital
actually-
period. That's stupid.
I actually like looked it up, and yeah, Emmy would be like just shy of like 60, 70 years if we counted it by days.
That's
Which is why we have so much trouble taking Sammy anywhere because he's underage.
Yeah, on Sarah, Sammy is underage and can't order alcohol.
Even though he's like
I'm so
40.
glad this came up
Who-
because I actually went and
historically,
looked this up and
historically,
figured it
who
out.
came up with this calendar system, and can I retroactively assassinate them?
Yeah, there's still 365 days in a year, but you know the days are 9 hours long.
Yeah.
That is the stupidest way to adapt to extra Earth time that I've ever heard.
Okay,
Welcome
yeah.
to
So I think, before they, before we take off, Sammy is like, "Listen, this hunk of junk is definitely not rated for this many people. Like, we're gonna need something because this thing is definitely gonna break down. It's not weighted for this kind of weight limit." And so,
Only that much?
we buy. I think, yeah. We each get a spacesuit.
You say they're worth 100?
They're worth
Yeah.
100.
Are we all paying for that out of our own pockets, I guess?
Sammy insists that everybody needs a spacesuit, but also he's not paying for it.
You know, honestly,
You all need to
no.
buy this, and also I'm not paying for it.
Spanks
If you
is
stop-
Spanks is okay with this, but Spanks says, but that means that mine is going to be very good look. It's going to be stylish, so I'm going to add like another like $50 on that.
Does that mean, Sammy, that someone insisted Emmy not immediately hand over his
So
last
if you-
bounty to the university?
What?
So,
He's been immediately handing over his money to the university because he owes them money.
Oh,
and
that's
when he
right.
stops
That's
him.
right.
all right. So if you pay the extra
Sammy
50,
Sammy lends Emmy the money, but everybody else is on their own.
all right, Spanks. If you pay the extra 50, that will negate the -1 to cool that a suit normally confers when you wear it.
That's great.
And
Because
so,
these
so
things
Sammy
look
definitely did
stupid.
have one. Like it's his spaceship. He had a spacesuit at one point, but he's been on Ceres for so long, and like this hasn't been like maintaining his ship. So like rats moved in, like took up nesting inside of his spacesuit, so he had to get a new one. Which is why he realized that everybody else should probably get some too. He was like, "Oh
It's
yeah,
fine,
no,
I got
we
my spacesuit."
look,
Oh.
we got one spacesuit. We can all share this." And like held it up, and just like
It has
the
holes
pants
in it.
just completely like fell out, and yeah, like 5 rats just like fell out the bottom. It's like, okay, we're gonna go shopping.
So what is going on with Angelica Gandolfini while you guys are getting all your shit together?
I have been talking her ear off about whatever she will tolerate listening to.
This is the first person Emmy's age who he's seen in like months. Like Emmy's been like spending the past several weeks hanging out with these like 2 like crotchety old men.
This is what happens when Spanks puts me on red.
It's like space secondhand lions.
So here's my question. Is there any attempt by you guys to conceal her while you're doing this?
I've never even been off planet, much less considered smuggling someone off planet, so...
I
have
feel
no
like
idea.
Emmy probably would have given Anna one of his hats.
Yeah, if there was a question of having to smuggle, I would definitely have given one of my hats, and this one is in fact a baseball cap.
And Sammy has an extra pair of shades, and so Anna is currently in like the MCU disguise.
Wait.
Alright.
Wait, no, Spanks
Which I
says,
feel
wait.
like-
Wait. Okay, and he goes back to... He says, okay, I need to go back to the drag club. Are we nearby? I don't know where I am.
Well, nowhere is very far away.
This is
as we've
all
established.
in text to Emmy.
Okay, so Spanks goes back to the drag club and like digs around in like the back and pulls out like honestly the most ridiculous kind of like Elton John, like old, falling apart, but functional Elton John costume that he can find, and he says, okay, no one will know it's her if she wears this. She'll be
Authentic
conspicuous
Elton
as
John.
fuck, but conspicuous in the way that people are gonna be like, there's no way. There's no way.
Okay, but she
And
is
besides
also
what-
still wearing the baseball cap and the sunglasses.
Yes.
It's,
Also,
Elton
and
John
also the
baseball
giant
costume.
feathers on the collar help to conceal her face.
It's like the Elton John pink sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy had those lying around.
If he didn't, it's definitely there at the drag club. Like,
Alright.
And
Great.
Emmy will also be like, and can you drive us where we need to go? I think we might be banned from the C-Link.
I'll just call Ouija. I call up Ouija. Ouija will drive us.
Ouija will drive you guys to where you need to be, and then to the spaceship. No problem.
Thanks, Ouija. You're the best.
We've been having to use public transit this whole time.
This is why you hang out with me. You could probably just hang out with Ouija. Actually, no, Ouija, you wouldn't just hang out with these people, I don't think.
Absolutely not, no.
Look, it's really hard for me to make friends. I really tried with this one, like, cyber biker, but he just didn't want to hang out with me.
Have you
I
considered
even, like,
being-
fixed his wounds.
Have you considered being less obnoxious?
Have I considered what? Sorry.
Being less obnoxious? Have you tried that?
Oh.
He just, like, lowers his eyes, and he's just like, no.
L. L.
It's a very Emmy thing to take that as like actual constructive criticism instead of an insult.
Look, his two lowest stats are cool and brains, so...
No, I haven't. Thank you. Oh my god. Alright, you guys want to buy anything else? No? We good?
Yeah, well, so I thought about buying a silencer just because I feel like in both of the past two sessions, like Sammy's gun being incredibly loud has gotten him into trouble. But also,
Yeah,
I just
that's
don't
the
think
problem.
Emmy would actually even consider buying a silencer, even
Emmy-
despite all of that.
Emmy doesn't even have a gun.
Does Emmy want a gun?
No.
Should Emmy have a gun?
I mean,
He
Emmy
has-
has the Tesla gun now,
Well, he has the Tesla gun.
so that's like a sort of an almost non-lethal, a less lethal alternative.
Well, I mean, he's literally hit nothing with
It's
it
actually
but
more
scenery.
lethal. What?
Hurts less. You're not around to feel the pain.
It's like half his size. It's a little unwieldy.
Okay. So, let's see. So, despite your excellent disguise, there while you guys are out shopping, there is a group of punker-looking guys who immediately, while you guys are in one of the stores, as soon as they see her, They start like looking around. Yeah, that's that. And then they hide behind some clothing racks.
I need a really funny name for an Elton John drag king.
Yelchin Johan.
Cocket Man.
Cocket Man. Okay, so Spanks sees this happen and walks up to the and like parts the clothing rack and says, "Are you gonna give Cocket Man some trouble today?"
Who is that?
That's Cocket Man. He's new at our drag club and he's out shopping for some touch-ups to his costume.
I'm gonna need a manipulate someone roll.
What's that under? Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
And it's 5 or above is partial success, 10 or above is total success.
That is a 10.
Oh. All right. Okay. So these guys go. The one guy looks at the other one and says, "You said it was. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not very good at people's faces. It turns out."
Why don't you boys go home and have yourselves a nice hot cup of chocolate and go to sleep?
Okay. And they get up and they leave.
Look, Spanks is just really good at giving advice. It makes everyone stop and listen.
His advice is usually terrible, but, well, I guess that wasn't bad, but all of his advice is something like, you should drink more.
Have you tried not being obnoxious?
All right, so you guys head up to the Dosage Tango, the ship that is owned by Sammy Sinclair. I couldn't remember his name for a second.
Not Samuel. We found that
Sammy's
out.
already on the ship. He didn't go shopping. He sent them off with the list, which was just spacesuits. He wrote a list. It was like spacesuits 5 times, and gave it to Emmy so he wouldn't get confused. But he's been back at the ship getting it ready to to take off. And so he's already got the engines running. He's like, come on, get on the ship. We gotta go. Let's go. Come on. We're burning fuel here.
This is going to actually take off.
Yeah. It's done it before, so
Banks
odds are
does
good.
not move any faster. He is going to mosey as slowly as he always does.
Emmy obediently hurries up.
Alright, so let's see. Okay, so as you guys get in, so where are the rules for the spaceships and traveling between planets? Great. Okay, so first thing we need to do is determine the actual travel time. So let's see. Give me who's going to program the starship.
Someone with a brain cell.
Pete would offer, but would Sammy accept?
I mean, I have a good sense of direction.
So I think what it is, so it's definitely it's Sammy's ship, and so he he goes to do it. But I think Pete is looking over his shoulder and correcting all the things he's doing wrong.
Emmy's looking over his shoulder, hopeful, maybe someone will teach me to drive a spaceship.
And so eventually, eventually Sammy just you know what, fine. Do you know what? You know so much. You're the big brain. You're the college professor. You do it. Fine. And he just throws his hands up and hops out of the seat.
Sam, wait, I didn't...
No, yeah, you're the spaceship expert. Yeah, spaceship, that's a kind of tree, right?
Emmy looks up at the professor. I assume you're taller than him.
Probably.
I know that Sammy's not, but I assume you are. And he's just I've never flown a spaceship before. Can I try?
Putting myself back together after being yelled at, I'm yes, I think that would be an excellent idea.
So it's definitely the cockpit is definitely built for someone of Sammy's stature. Like the seat is raised up way too high, and I imagine that Pete is like 6'2", and so he's like totally cramped, like hunched up in there at the controls.
Emmy would fit pretty okay. I think I'm only like
You
6
fit
inches
into
taller
spaces
than you.
that most don't.
Yes, I fit in spaces most can't. It's proven.
But also, it's for one person. There are currently 3 of us, like, half on the seat right now. Like, this whole
Right.
discussion happened, we were all sitting down.
I seem to have no problem finding a space to squeeze into to sit.
Look, I don't care who does it. I don't care who flies the friggin' ship. Just get us off the ground.
Would my good sense of direction work for this?
Yes, believe it or not.
Cool.
And can I assist because I'm, like, teaching?
You're teaching me how to drive my first spaceship.
What did you get? Did you roll?
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, hey,
Can I
that's an
assist
8.
on that, or?
That's an 8 total.
Okay. So roll a d4, please.
Who? Me?
Anybody, doesn't matter.
Was Pete able to assist, or is it a one-person
Was
job?
he trying?
Yeah, he was asking.
Well, then you can go ahead and do that then. Roll.
We only need 2.
Roll the helping.
And that's my D12?
Yeah.
It's a brains roll.
You can only fuck this up on a 1. Cool.
Four.
So, all right, 14.
12
Let's
total,
see.
not 14.
Oh, 12. All right. So yeah, roll me a d4.
I got it. 2.
2.
Emmy's just really excited. He's like, Professor, I'm doing it! I'm driving the
I'm
ship!
gonna have to modify that because that math doesn't fucking check out at all.
For those of you watching at home, this is potentially the first time these rules have ever been used, ever.
Yeah, this is a historic moment. This is the first time a spaceship has ever been flown in CU Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Been off series, I think.
All of my characters, I believe, yeah, we've all played on series.
I've never actually ran not on Ceres.
Ceres.
Oh,
I keep saying
menu.
series.
Yeah, you can say it however you want. I don't think it matters.
Hanks has a dumb accent. It's fine.
Is it like a regional thing where, like, if you're from there, it's Saris, and everyone else calls it Ceres? They're like, it's Saris!
Except Emmy, who apparently learned it wrong.
You heard it in a YouTube video first, and it just stuck.
So, it's actually only going to take 1 day to get to Mars. And that's like a standard galactic day, which is 24 hours.
Cool. So that means that, like, several of the native people from Ceres on the ship are going to be antsy, like, man, this is taking so many days!
I think I'm the only one native to Ceres.
It's like 3 days!
Emmy's gonna be ecstatic that you can go to sleep one day and wake up and it'll be the same day.
Yeah, it's not 2 days later.
What day is it? It's still the same day? So, let's see. You guys are gonna need... Let's see. Taxes are gonna be 100 per person.
Oh, God, really?
Uh-huh. And then you're also going to need food, which is going to cost 1 D10 per day, so just a D10.
For
Someone
each
else
of
want
us?
to roll that?
Yes.
Oh, for each of us, so we each roll
Yeah.
the d10.
Because
Also-
presumably you buy food in different individual ways.
I'm
that's
a
a
hungry
10.
bastard. I got an 8.
Did someone ever stop Emmy from giving his entire bounty to the university? Because y'all have seen him do this several times. Every time you meet up with him for a bounty, he's broke again, and you're like, how?
He doesn't want to, like, he wants them to all be very happy because there's, like, a known association. So if you're in good standing with the school, he is. So
He's like, no, keep giving him money. This is good for me. Let him know I'm helping you pay your debt.
But because of that, he would also probably feel beholden to help cover like this sort of thing.
Cool, because I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
Why
And it's
couldn't you
100
eat
times. It's 100 times the dice roll.
Look, his metabolism's
No,
really
it's
high.
It's just a D10. It's like $10.
Oh,
Okay, so $8.
It's because he's
I thought
vegetarian.
We were spending $1,000 on food.
No.
Yeah, it's because Emmy's a vegetarian, so, like, you had to go get special food for him.
Yeah, you guys rolled really well on everything, so that's why it's normally this could take, I don't know, this could take 14 days.
Yeah, this trip normally takes Sammy the full 2 weeks. And so he's actually like really
in other
impressed.
words, we just got really lucky in traffic and
That's
like
exactly
managed to hit the exit ramp like
Right. That's exactly
Sammy also
what it
doesn't
is.
know the speed limits, so
Emmy doesn't know the speed limit.
I'm over his shoulder like, oh, we're in a 5,000 kilometer a second or whatever.
Apparently he's really good at this. He just is a fantastic driver who's never driven in his life.
It's actually just
beginner's
that
luck, dude. Beginner's luck.
Sammy has never taken off the emergency brake.
So, like, Emmy went to go and Pete was like... That was how Pete assisted. Emmy went to go and Pete's like, hey, wait, the emergency brake is still on. Oh.
So I reached for it, he like slapped my hand.
Something's wrong. That awful grinding noise and that electric smoke smell there usually is when we take off isn't happening.
Imagine, like, it's actually, like, really good driving, but Sammy's like, holy shit, Emmy, slow down! You're gonna get us killed!
So,
Yeah, Sammy is just in the back of the ship, which is like super crammed. There's like 5 people in here. We didn't bring Ouija, right?
No,
No.
Ouija would not have gotten on. Ouija was
That's
like,
right.
no.
Yeah, no, Ouija didn't. But we got the 4 of us and Anna. So yeah, there's 5 of us in the ship and super crammed quarters. Sammy is in the back of the ship, with like arms crossed, like tapping his foot, like.
Well, and Anna literally,
he,
you know that one meme picture of like from the Rocket Man movie with Elton John in the cab and the other guy's like squished over here by the costume. That's also like the costume that
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
Nick's got.
He's being like poked repeatedly in the face by like a feather.
Yeah.
And he's just like back there with like arms crossed, like tapping his feet, and like he used up all of his smokes in the last mission. So he's there just like frantically pretending to smoke. Like
So Spanks lights up an actual cigarette because he still got some and just sort of stares at Sammy.
Somehow Emmy is comfortably sharing the pilot seat with Pete Moss.
Well, I'm like standing over your shoulder holding the back of it, like trying to stay out of the mirror so you can't see the look of horror on my face.
So probably don't even need to point out like what a bad idea it is to smoke in space. Like it's a terrible, stupid thing to do.
On the dosage Chango, anything goes.
The sprinklers were removed.
Yeah, exactly. They kept going off, so I ripped them out. They were faulty. Yeah, no, Sammy's just like way too in his head. He's like on the verge of a panic attack here.
Do you want to smoke, dude?
What?
Spanks just like flicks a cigarette at his face.
My son of a bitch, my fucking eye.
Perfect. This is what you get for flicking the credit card into Emmy's face last time.
And actually, he's wearing sunglasses, so somehow it managed to like wedge itself between the lenses and his eyeball. Like, motherfucker!
Wrong face hole.
What do you want? What do you want?
I asked you if you want to smoke. Do you want? And then I gave you a cigarette, which you have now like flipped off into. You want another one?
Sammy sees it on the ground. It's just like totally crushed. He's like, "Oh, thank you." It's like picks it up and it's like bent and like cracked in like 4 places.
Yeah.
It's like not even like he's like puffing on it, but like not even noticing that it's like hanging like by the filter, so he's not even getting anything. I'm sorry, I'm just way too in my head right now. I'm freaking out over here. Okay.
You should take some deep breaths, and like, yep.
Well, I can't breathe unless I'm doing it through a filter, so that's why I'm doing this.
That's why I gave you the cigarette, so that maybe you could like Take some breaths and have a minute there, man.
Thank you.
You're
That
welcome.
was really loud.
Can you smoke quieter? I'm trying to drive for the first time.
No, like, Emmy is already relatively easily excitable, but he just looks like absolutely ecstatic. He is definitely probably going way over the speed limit, but he's doing a really good job at avoiding everything, and it's a relatively smooth drive. It's just that, Pete had to take the emergency parking brake off first, and then he was good.
So give me read a situation at disadvantage, because you're having such a good time.
Cool. Reading a situation is... I'm gonna say this is probably with brains. Because it's not like a cool-based read a situation.
No.
You said disadvantage, so twice and take the lower.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, well that first one was a 6. The second one is an 8.
Right.
So it's a 6.
Alright.
Did my good sense of direction add anything to it?
No.
Okay.
No. Because what you are, failing...
Which means I could only ever have gotten a partial success.
So, where is it? Okay. So what you are noticing in your rear view camera, there is sorry, I have a sneeze about to happen.
You good?
Let it all out,
But
man.
now it's not happening, so I...
That's because you acknowledged it. You told
Yeah.
the sneeze that you noticed it, and now it's scared.
Well, speaking of noticing things, so there's, rolling up in your rear view camera, you notice a big gunship, that's riding your ass a little bit.
What kind of hat is this one shaped like?
What?
I said, what kind of hat is this one shaped like?
I was gonna ask, what livery are they sporting? Is there an insignia or anything on the outside of the ship that tells us, who the hell these people are?
Yeah, do they look like
Give me,
authorities?
No,
Is it
they don't
the
look like
cops?
cops, but give me a street smarts roll, Spanks.
Street. Okay.
Which one
you?
is-
Yeah, you. By all means,
What's-
do it.
What's Street Smarts under?
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, it's cool. Good.
Yeah, so Emmy's like, hey, is it usual for a big ass ship to be right on her ass?
There's a what?
Okay, so I will say that I rolled a 2, but I have my bonuses, so it is, I rolled a 3. I have my bonuses, so it's actually a 5, so just barely.
Alright.
It's because I'm sitting there smoking,
So yeah, these guys definitely aren't the cops, and they don't have any noticeable insignias of any associated gangs or organizations that you know of. It's not the Space Mafia, it's not the Zodiac Syndicate.
Still turn to what's her face, and I ask, Hun, is this anybody's boat that you know?
You mean Anna?
Yeah, sorry.
The only
her?
the only her on the ship.
The
really.
only her on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I had a minute. Yeah. So Anna says, "No, I don't know. I don't know these guys."
Alright, just making sure. Then why are they tailgating us? It's space. They can literally go above or under or why are they tailgating?
So what do I do? Pull over?
No, son of a bitch! I knew something like this was gonna happen. God fucking.
No,
damn
you should slow down. Don't slam your brakes so we don't get hit, but slow down just enough to piss them off.
Are
No,
there brakes
okay.
on?
and Sammy dives at Emmy. It's like evasive maneuvers. It's like shaking.
The whole ship tilts to one side and then tilts the other side.
Like, hey, what are you doing? You're gonna make me crash. This is my
We
first
gotta
time.
get out of here.
Fuck it
This is
up.
not good.
Do we
This
get
is not a good
funny?
situation we're in.
Do we get funny anime sound effects and everything as the ship goes? Whoa!
Yeah, Onslaught will add the funny anime sound effects in post, like he's been doing for every episode.
Yeah, of course.
Do I need to make another check to navigate, or
Is there a way to hail them? Can we hail these people?
Let's see. I mean, you can try. You can
Spanks,
send a beacon out.
Spanks gets on the squawker, and what's the name of this damn ship again? He says he turns to
Dosage
Sammy.
Tango.
What Tango?
Dosage Tango. We named it after my Adderall doses.
All right, cool. So Spanks gets on and says, huh, and in his very best, 1930s radio voice, "Hello, ship that is currently tailgating us. This is the Dosage Tango, and we're wondering, what is going on? Can we help you with something?"
Give up the girl, and nobody gets hurt.
Roger, understood. But who the fuck are you, and what is your interest in, Anna?
Go ahead and make. I need Emmy to make a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, while to keep control of the ship as it gets blasted.
All right. Since these are evasive maneuvers, can I also make the ship fit in spaces most ships can't?
No.
Yeah, I think that actually doesn't count, but it was a good try.
All right.
Ironically, I probably could have done it with swing dancing, but...
Uh-oh.
I don't drive well under pressure, I
That's a big
guess.
failure.
I get juice!
Yeah, you got juice now.
So the ship is like rocked by a laser blast or an ordnance blast or whatever. And Sam was just like, "Oh yeah, you know what, Spanks? I'm really glad we spent all that time and money building that elaborate costume for Anna so that you could just say her name over the radio. I'm really glad that we put all that time and effort into that. Thank you."
Also, mind you,
Pretty sure
this was my D12.
I already knew she was here, dude. Whatever.
All right.
Clearly now everybody's yelling at Emmy and he can't drive well anymore.
They're not yelling at
Spanks
you,
is
they're
still,
yelling at me. They're not yelling at you, they're yelling
Spanks
at
is
me.
still recovering from that 2-week-long bender that he's been on.
Oh yeah. Usually that's, honest to God, that's Spanks' usual perpetual state, is recovering from the week-long bender by going on another one.
We've had to remind Spanks 3 times that we're on a spaceship because he keeps trying to step outside for a smoke break.
Yeah, you're like, "No, dude, don't."
He's
like,
trying
"Oh."
to crack a window open.
We had to tie your seatbelt down.
He is not helping. This situation is definitely not now, but Spanks is already not helping Sammy's bad mood.
No.
All right, so the enemy gunship backs off a little bit, and then you see the sides of it open up. Like the gunship in Aliens, and
we're about to get McCrossed.
What'd you say?
Said we about to get McCrossed. Have you ever seen McCross, the way that they fire all their fucking missiles and the missiles are like?
Oh no, this isn't the missile situation. You see, 2 smaller ships come out the sides and start rocketing toward you. Are you guys
fighters?
Yes, you do.
We have fighters.
I was gonna say, yeah. It says in the spaceship rules that it's assumed that each of us has an individual fighter. I don't know whether or not that applies to us being on this small ass dinky spaceship.
It does. There's enough.
It does. Okay.
They're the Dosage Tango's barely bigger. They're bolted on the side.
Well,
yeah,
so
they're in the brim of
the
the
size
hat.
of a living room.
Well, yeah. So you know how the Dosage Tango was shaped like a giant version of Sammy's fedora. So he's got emergency fighters, and yeah, they're built into the brim of the hat. And when they take off, they're shaped like sunglasses, like his shades. But the lenses point toward, the lenses go the other direction, and that's where the lasers are.
The earpieces.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I mean. Yeah, the earpieces, not the lenses. The stems.
Stems.
So it's kind of like an X-wing thing where they can fold or unfold the S-foils. Yeah, exactly. So they just go out like this.
You our DM.
So yeah, Sammy does have those. Those are built into the dosage tango.
All right, great. So
I'm
who's
busy
getting
flying
it
this
one?
thing.
Emmy probably can still hang out there.
Well, Pete's
Okay.
gonna tap his shoulder and be like, we have to take care of something very, very quickly. Are you comfortable for like 30 seconds flying the ship on your own?
I don't know, 30 seconds is a lot of time. And everyone's yelling at me.
At you, I was the one getting yelled at. Now I'm yelling at you.
We just drive. Are we in like a hyperspace tunnel right now?
Yeah.
Just drive straight. No matter what happens, there's going to be some. This is fairly standard first time driving stuff. Don't worry. Just keep going. If the two bends turn like we've done, and doesn't finish the sentence and runs for one of the fighters.
Okay,
Emmy,
also-
Emmy,
I think my moves is probably better than Sammy's. I'm not sure though.
No, my moves is a 10.
Oh no, it's okay. You should go. My moves is only an 8. I have better muscles.
my moves is a 12.
Well, that's
But
why
that
you're
didn't do me
flying.
so well.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
also
let's
thinking we
say,
should probably be in.
let's go ahead and say that there's only 2 fighters, and
Okay.
so me and Pete end up taking the 2 of them out. Well, because Spanks is not in the correct state of mind, and Sammy happens to be sober for once.
And as Pete said that and then went off, Emmy turned over and he's like, I've never done anything straight in my life, but sure, I'll try.
and can I do any sort of help actions to help flying the ship?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or alternatively, you could also man the guns.
Sure, I'll get on the guns.
Because at this point, I am driving.
I
which
assume
is,
a
like,
big
mostly
cannon just
move-based.
comes out of the top of the fedora.
Alright.
There we go. Anna can help me drive.
Wait, does that count as handle a big weapon?
Yeah, that'll be that.
Okay, good. That's better.
Emmy
And-
also, there's a Tesla gun in my locker if you need it.
Also, hey, Onslaught, does using like a really big ass spaceship chain gun count as like lesbian himbo things?
Sure.
Sweet.
It's got Tessa Thompson this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna exactly. I'm gonna test the tabs of this shit.
I've missed you.
All right. Who's going first, and what? And yeah.
I'm
You
just gonna
seem
roll when I'm
ready
told to
to
drive.
All right. I'm gonna roll the. I'm gonna focus on the fighters first. I'm gonna roll because I think that trying to go up against this big ship isn't gonna get us very far. So I'm gonna shoot one of these fighters. That is 6.
Okay, that's partial. So you are able to. It moves out of the way, but clearly their shield has been roughed up by it. So it's at this point. This is where I'm going to explain how the Starfighter rules works. So there's 3 stats. There's engines, combat, and shields. Okay, and you guys, Sammy, and what the fuck's the other guy's name? Pete Moss.
Pete?
You guys are gonna your
Professor.
individual ships.
Professor
will have,
Pete Moss, thank you very much.
they'll
You're not
have-
even a doctor.
They'll have a D8,
Professor
a
Dr.
D10,
Pete Moss.
and a
It's not
D12
for.
in each one of those 3 stats. And the other one is AI, which is always a D6. You switch the AI between each one to add to whatever. So whichever your AI, you'll pick what your. I'm not explaining this very well. So you'll roll your regular D8 or D10 or D12 depending on what you do. Either your shields, like getting hit by stuff, your engines is movement, and combat is your guns. And so the AI of the Starfighter can help you out by adding a D6, but it can only help out one of those at a time. And switching between that uses your battery. Now, if you fail any roll, then you'll either take out your battery or your hull, right? Which you have 5 points of each.
It sounds kind of
Does that
reminiscent
make
of the old X-Wing games.
That's what I was thinking.
Somebody's
Yeah, it's
figuring it
very.
out.
I mean, they use a similar system, and I think the new.
Yeah, the new game also uses the same kind of like.
What's it even called? Is this called Rogue Squadron?
I think don't.
Squadrons. That's what it's
Oh
called.
yeah, it's Star Wars Squadrons, right? I played that briefly. It was fun, but also a little much for me.
Yeah.
Definitely heard everything you said, but unfortunately I did not process it. Do you have a cheat sheet?
I'm making one
Well,
right
you don't
now.
have to
and
worry
I
about it.
Star Wars
don't remember
video
what you just
game!
said.
Oh no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what Onslaught said.
Emmy doesn't have to worry about it.
Cool.
I also don't think I have to worry about it.
No. Spanks
I just
also
shoot
doesn't have to
things.
worry about it. You guys are on the dosage tango. You don't give a shit.
I mean, I give a shit insofar as that I don't want to die. The Spanks is actually sort of just like, you know what? There are less interesting ways to die. This is at least like an interesting way to die. I'm gonna try not to,
I'm
though.
going to believe that every single space flight is like this now.
So just for the sake of this, we're going to say that your shields are a D8. Your engines are D10. And your combat is a D12. And they're both identical because they're both Sammy's little
Maybe got him off the
sunglass
dark
fighters.
off the like bargain rack. Something.
Right.
Off of the hat rack, thank you.
Hey.
All right, so you guys get on the
The hat rack is the name of the combination clothing / starship store where Sammy does all of his shopping.
That's wonderful. I love it. All right. So once you guys get out, you're immediately being shot at. So you'll have to both make shields rolls. So do either of you have your AI on the shields?
Now you said shield is the 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Sammy's AI was set on the shields to begin
Okay.
with.
So you can roll
Yeah.
a D8
Just because it's
and a
taking
D6.
off. It was in defense position to begin with.
It was
So roll a
side-
D8 and add a D6 to that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And you can also
So,
juice these rolls if you fail.
that was an 8 and a 5.
So how much is it? 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah. Okay, that's a success.
And I just got a
Sweet.
7 total.
7. That's partial. So,
And that just means that we resist the blast, basically?
well, it's a success. You don't get everything. Your shield takes the whole
Gotcha. Okay.
thing. But
But if we'd failed the roll, we would have lost.
Pete got a
point in
partial
shields.
success. So you either use a point of battery or a point of hull. These are like wounds.
So I get to pick.
Yes, you get to pick. Here's the thing: your ship can run without battery, but then your AI goes away, and then you don't have the D6 anymore.
Gotcha.
I think I'll take the hit
Whereas
to the
if,
battery.
if hull goes away, the ship explodes, or it at least becomes inoperable.
I'm just gonna really quick retcon that we are both wearing our spacesuits. We did put them on before leaving the ship.
Sure, why not?
Mine was on like underneath my lab coat because I just did not trust the ship at all. It feels very comfortable. That's the only reason.
And I'm actually
So
keeping track
Sammy's-
of all your shit.
Sammy's got his fedora like perched on top of like the big like globe helmet. Like it's basically the Nostromo spacesuits, and he just got his fedora perched like right on top, like 3 inches above his head.
I wish I had one of the Nostromo spacesuit alien figures now, because I have a tiny fedora from my my Raphael figure that I could put on top of it.
Can't wait to draw this shit post. We'll see the
all right.
top of your bald head for once.
And he is wearing the sunglasses,
inside the
inside
spaceship.
the helmet. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
got one outside and one inside.
He
And
has
he's
two
still got
pairs
he is still smoking the broken cigarette,
in his,
which
in his
ends the suit. Which thankfully, like he still hasn't noticed isn't lit. He just hasn't dropped it yet. but
Yeah,
he
I
is
just
still
imagine-
smoking inside the helmet.
I just imagine the helmet of yours just had like tinting put in like the vinyl shape of the sunglasses. So when you put the hood on, it has sunglasses already there.
Okay, so can we? So we've got shot at. Can we retaliate?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Make a
So,
combat roll. And if you would like to switch your AI to that, you can do that at the cost of
And
one
combat is a 12. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go ahead and keep it in defense. And so Pete's ship gets shot at. Sammy manages to dodge out of the way, I guess, and then he veers around and opens fire, and he says, "Welcome to the ouch, motherfuckers!" And he rolls a nat 1.
Oh man. Okay,
Like I
so
said.
you get shot at in the process. Go ahead and
Welcome to the ouch, motherfuckers! And then like he just gets like it's
Ouch,
just like
ouch.
the same shot, and then you just see him like. I know it's that meme that you see online all the time of, I think it's from Gundam, where it's like the top panels with the guy going like, "Yes, this is awesome" or whatever, and the bottom was like, "Oh no!"
At least you got juice.
yeah, you got juice
Yeah, I
now.
did get a juice for that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I got shot at. Do I have to roll another shield roll?
No, you just automatically have to pick either battery or hull now.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a battery.
Actually, you'll have to take 2
A 2?
because it was
Okay.
a big fail.
All right, I'll go ahead and
What's
make 2 to battery then.
Alrighty. All right,
It's what we call in our other game a fucky lucky.
Pete Moss, are you shooting?
And yeah, at the same ship he was shooting at.
Okay.
Teamwork. And they just rolled a 7.
Okay,
Again.
okay. 7. All right, that's a partial success. That's good.
I'm going to find out if I'm really alive.
But you're being shot back at, so you're gonna have to take one of those points either way. Either battery or hull again.
Apply that to battery again.
Okay. I am keeping track of all this,
So
which I
we are
normally
both
wouldn't
at
do, but I need to
3
make sure that they're.
full shield, right?
Yeah, you guys have 3 shield left and all of your hull still.
Okay.
So what is Spanks? You already shot, right? So Emmy, what are you doing?
I was told to drive straight, but I wasn't really given any other direction besides drive straight, so I don't know what else I can do besides try to avoid getting hit and try to avoid running into our own fighters.
All right. Well, so the gunship is still there, and they look like they're charging up a big old cannon on the front in the direction of the Dosage Tango. So we need you to make a, let's say, dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Cool. Knowing our usual luck, this is my best die, so I'll roll a 1. Well, that's a 3, but I'm going to use juice because that's a failure and not a partial success.
Yeah.
Do you have juice this session? Not that I want
Yes.
us to die, but
Yes! That's
Yes.
another 1!
Wow.
That's a 4 total.
That's a 4. That's a
And you
big
can't
fail.
gain juice on a juice
Nope,
roll,
nope,
right?
Nope.
is there any way that Spanks can help on that from inside the ship?
Can you assist me, or are you out of it?
Oh, sorry, no, that was literally me being out of it. What can I do? What am I rolling?
They're asking.
Emmy is trying to avoid giant laser thing that's getting, they're firing their laser. So he's trying to avoid, but unfortunately, they only told him to go straight. So he rolled
Okay,
a
so
4 total with juice.
So Spanks remembers something from like he had a friend of Ouija's sitting in the bar drinking one night about how ships of this particular make, you can sometimes slip them over. There's like a lever on the main, like in the main cockpit that you can pull to emergency eject.
Emergency barrel roll.
It's an emergency barrel roll. It does it by ejecting the head, the toilet, the pee.
shoots the.
So
Right.
Amy's just
That
sitting here
works
like,
in
I'm going
space,
straight,
dude.
it's not working!
What movie was that in? That happened in something.
I think it was actually. Well, I know that Apollo 13 they vented the
That's
P
right.
at one point.
That's right.
Yeah,
It also happens in Avenue 5. I don't know if any of you have seen that one.
I haven't, but okay. So anyway, what do I need to roll, or does this just give him
no,
more?
you roll it. You roll it, because that's how helpful.
Yeah,
So
basically, we're at a 4 currently. And it's going to be a total failure, but at least if you help me, it will.
So is this
it'll
also
has
going to
a
be? Is
chance
this
of
going to be
succeeding.
muscles or moves in order to
It's moves. It's
pull this lever?
dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Okay, so
Because you're helping, so it has to be the same.
I got a 6.
That's
10.
All
Wait,
So,
no, that's
uh,
9. That's 9.
the,
No,
uh,
3.
no,
Wait,
no,
it was a
no,
3
you
and
had
yes,
4.
it was a 4. That's right. It was a 3 and a 1, so it was 4. But
That's right.
The
Perfect.
dosage
Math.
thing goes. So the whole thing is that the like septic tank dumping lever is right next to the emergency brake, and so the whole time Sammy thought he was dumping his septic tank while he was out in space, but he was just cranking the emergency brake, and so it's full up.
He's still like a quarter side on the head the whole time.
Yeah.
Good lord.
yeah, and he's just like gripping the controls. He's just like, it's not working.
That's a success.
It's working now, chunk.
That's a
And then we do a
whole-ass
barrel
success.
roll. Are you buckled in?
Nope.
Go ahead and give me a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge to keep your shit together.
Can I
Can't wait for
use
you to
my
rotate
my
our screen
awesome
in
swing
post.
dancing moves to try not to like totally crash into the bulkhead here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Holy shit, that's a 10.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're good. You're
So-
good. This is a
So we barrel
Tuesday.
roll it, and Spanks like does this little cool move, and then like he lands, and he's like, "Yeah,
You are so cool.
This is a normal Tuesday night for Spanks.
yes."
I take it back. You're way cooler than Sammy. Don't let him know I said that.
So okay, I know that in my
I
heart.
heard you on the intercom.
You guys know that I'm patched. I can hear this whole conversation, right?
Sammy, you already knew that I'm cooler than you.
I
Don't
just didn't want to
die.
hurt your feelings because I think you're really cool too, but that was a lot cooler.
Just don't die, bud, and you can give me grief about it when you get back.
I would be a lot more upset if I wasn't focused on not getting my head blown off out here.
So while that big cannon gets shot out, you guys in the starfighters are in the path of it. I'm gonna need you guys to make engine rolls.
And which one is that? Is
That's
the
the D10.
that's the D10? Okay.
I also love the
And,
idea
as
that y'all
usual,
don't know
you
what
can-
happened.
You can burn
I just got my-
battery to switch your D6 there if you want. And you
I
can
just
do
got my
that
first
after
7 in a row.
you fail. You can be like,
You got
Well,
what in a
so
row?
I didn't catch it the first time. Are the success parameters the same as a regular roll? We have to get a 10 or
Yes.
higher.
yes.
Okay. I do have my juice, so I'm just gonna go. Well, no, wait, shit. I'm rolling a D10. I'm not gonna get a 10. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the battery. So you burn up another battery point, which puts me at 2. And
Puts
so
you at
I will
3.
roll my.
Oh, 2. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, 3. I'm good with that.
No, you had. I'm looking at the. I'm looking at like how many I've crossed off and been like, right, 2, and you're like, I have 3 left, and it's fine.
Okay, well, that was a 5.
Okay. So you're gonna have to take either a battery or a hull point.
I've only got.
You have 2 battery left. You have 5 hull.
I've got 2 battery left. I still feel like it's more important to conserve the hull for now. So I'm gonna take that another battery.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 and I'm doing the same thing. Although that is my third 7 in a row, and I believe in
No.
the rulebook you will see.
No, it's not. Yeah, you get the jackpot. $100 just comes out of the thing in pennies.
I also love the idea that since neither of you were in the actual dosage tango when it did the barrel roll, it could be assumed Emmy just performed a barrel roll somehow.
All right. Go ahead. What do you want?
Can I try and, after not successfully dodging that, can I try and shoot into the barrel of the giant laser?
Yeah. I hope I didn't.
Now we're just that one. We're that one level in Sonic Adventure.
Cool.
Yay!
You're gonna get. You're getting
Bad
shot at.
time.
You're having a bad time. You're gonna need to take 2 points.
God damn it!
And
There
you
goes my
can-
bad.
Well, you can divvy it up however you want. You can take 1 in the shield and 1 in the hull, or
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep myself at 1 battery just so I have the D8 on. I have the D6 on shield, so I'm down at 4 hull now, and we'll just do it that way.
Oh right, I was updating my avatar.
I was drawing.
Oh no, I meant I was changing the Discord avatar to be, since the face was the only thing I finished of Space Emmy.
All right. So what are you guys doing now? Because these guys are still like charging up at you. Trying to outmaneuver you.
I mean, is there any way that I don't know if there's any possible way that like any of us could manipulate the outcome of this, but they vented the contents of the septic tank. So there's this presumably a big plume of like frozen septic tank contents like shooting out of the back of the dosage tango right now.
All right.
Is there any way that could like clog the cannon or
Or at least
hit
splatter
their
their,
windshields or something?
cameras.
I mean, it's not liquid at this point. Like we're in
Yeah,
we're
we're
in
in
the
space.
vacuum of space. So it's basically like we just ejected a miniature asteroid belt out of the back of the ship.
That's.
So is there any way that at least affects the?
I
terrain?
already marked down a success against the gunship, so. So I mean, I don't know what you want me to do here.
I don't know. I was just
Say for
hoping.
the sake of flavor text that it all shattered on their windshield.
Yeah,
and that
sure.
Was a success. And
Well,
that
it
now
already
we're
was a
in-
success. Like,
It
Okay, sure.
shattered.
In our heart now too, we get that moral victory.
There are how many fighters are there?
there's 2.
Just 2 fighters. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and
And
then the gunship.
one of them's pretty fucked up already.
Okay. Well, Sammy just fires at the other at the wounded gunship.
Okay.
He sees that they're wounded.
All right.
That's the again. That's the 8, or is that the 12?
12.
That's the 12. Okay.
8 is the shields.
Got a 10 on that one.
All right, great.
Nice.
Nothing bad
Finally.
happens to you. All right, so that one explodes. Just
And
goes
Sammy just
up.
says, "I'm just like, welcome to the ouch, motherfucker."
All right, so that happens. Spanks, you're up in the gunship, the like the gunner seat, the big hat cannon. What are you gonna focus on? Because we have the gunship and we have one more fighter. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Can I aim at the gunship's main gun?
There we go.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's still moves.
Yeah, it's still moves.
Reclaim moves because I.
Is that moves
Oh no!
or is there handle a big weapon? Is that
Yeah,
Handle a
actually,
big weapon is muscle.
you already determined actually, yeah, that handle a big weapon and that because of Tessa Thompson
yeah.
that I can get my bonus.
Yeah.
Because of Tessa
You're
Thompson.
Tessa Thompsoning it.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, all right. That's a good old partial.
Gonna write that down in shitpost so you don't forget it.
So while you do this, the feedback from the gun is so strong that it actually knocks you back in your seat. Go ahead and take a wound.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. Immortalized forever. I forgot we had the shitpost channel.
I know.
We haven't used it in like
we've
3
not been using
sessions.
Well, the problem is when every channel is the shitpost channel, and also we're shitposting out loud.
Yeah.
Suddenly, it feels very redundant.
Yeah. Well, it used to. I don't know. There's a lot of like Discord politics.
Now we record our shitposts for all to see and hear.
And everyone watching at home now knows at least 2 of the many channels that we have in this server.
They don't know about the 2 secret ones.
The shit post is what you call the pull that you pull in the spaceship. And the shit post channel is the ejection tube.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, I just shrieked into the mic. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. What the fuck?
Okay,
am I
Sammy's
like earlier when-
over the radio. Sammy's like, "All right, Pete, I took out one of these guys. You better stop pulling your weight out here."
Yeah, Pete.
If you can see him in like out from your cockpit, he's clearly responding to that. You see his mouth moving, but he is also he's on
Pete,
mute.
you're muted. Pete, you gotta flip the switch. Pete, he's just gesturing at the helmet. Like, oh god, the son of a bitch.
How do we survive anything?
I'm a very nice
Because this
man.
game system is actually remarkably forgiving, and
Not the spaceship combat, apparently.
we haven't. No one is dead yet.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the operative.
Look, I'm just saying for the 2 sessions that you weren't... 3 sessions that you weren't here? No, 2. For the 2 sessions you weren't here, the 2 of them got their asses kicked.
Yeah, they almost got
See,
it.
the
we
problem
almost
is that
died
half health.
a lot.
The problem is that I'm not here, obviously.
Yeah, because then I'm the de facto muscle.
Whereas I'm muscle, but I also have a cute face, and that helps.
I just have an innocent face. That's it. It's cute, but not like in the sexy way. It's cute in the, oh, he could do no wrong.
And Sammy is cute in the same way that like
Daddy
a gremlin
DeVito
is cute.
Oh, it's like a baby bird.
In the same way that like Orko is cute.
Pete is cute in the same way as you cross the street when you see him coming.
Well, yeah, you're all over the news.
Yeah, Pete's got a face made for TV. for the 5 o'clock news.
What was the phrase that you used
So,
for
Pete,
Emmy?
what are you gonna do? A perfect cinnamon roll?
No, you said that he had, what was it? The face of a dove and the voice of an angel. That's what you
Exactly.
said.
You know,
Alright.
doves are pretty dumb looking. I'm just
And
saying.
Pete's got
Yeah.
the face of a guy named Doug, and it's all full of angles.
Alright, so Pete, what are you doing? Are you shooting at this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep focusing on like the big gunship.
Okay.
And that sure as heck is an 8. But
8?
just because I haven't had a single success yet, I am going to juice that.
Good.
Check my juice. And a 2. So we just squeaked by.
Alright, cool. That's a
Oh,
full
hey,
success.
I forgot to ask. When I got the natural 10 on my dodge roll earlier, does that give
Yes.
me a juice as well
Yes.
for getting a max roll? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit, never mind. I still you can only have 1 anyway, so I've actually only got 1 juice either way. But good to know.
Alright, so that's... Okay, so the gunship is really fucked up right now. This little fighter though is still zooming around and is gonna go ahead and shoot at Sammy.
All right, I will go
So
ahead
you're gonna
and
make that their shield roll, or you could use the engines and get your way out, try to outmaneuver it.
Okay, remind me one more because this don't have it in front of me. What are the what's the
shields
dice
is
layout?
D8 and the engines is D10.
Okay, yeah. So he's just gonna try to dodge out of it then.
Probably there will be
And
a
I'm
bunch
not
of
gonna
like,
use my last battery. Well, actually, do you remember? Do you have it written down where I had my battery set last? Is that to my engines? 'Cause I can't
did
move
you
it because I've only got
you
one
switched
left.
it, right?
I
You were
think
dodging
I
the
can't
laser.
remember if I
Yeah.
switched. It was shields to begin with. I can't remember if I switched it to
I think
lasers
you
or if I
did.
switched it
I
to
think you did.
engines.
Pretty sure you did.
To which one?
I'm pretty sure you moved it to engines. Yeah, because you said
Okay,
you
we'll just
had
go
a
with
D10,
that.
so
Since
you
nobody
weren't
can
gonna...
remember.
No,
And we
you
won't
said
find out
you were
because
gonna
of the
switch
DOB.
it because you only had a D10. You were like, well, there's no way I'm gonna get a 10. So
Right. Okay.
I have a good
Um,
memory for these things.
That's
do
right because
remember you saying
we were
that.
in the path of the big laser. That's what it was. Okay.
And you
so,
don't believe in your D10.
So I do actually still have my 6 then. And actually, no, my D10 has been like failing me. I've been like 75% of my rolls have been like 1s.
My D12
Since
has
last
been
session.
balls, but this D8... That's the D8 that rolled 3 7s in a row
Alright,
to patch
well.
y'all up.
That's an 8.
Okay, so that's partial. All right, so you're gonna have to take a hit here.
Okay, well, I'll take
Yeah.
another one to my hull
All right,
because I don't want to lose my last battery.
are you at 1 or 2 on the hull?
I should only have 1 battery left, but I should have. I think this puts me at 3 hull.
I must have missed one.
Or whatever, it's fine. 3 is fine.
Okay, so let's see. So yeah, this fighter still has like, it's still doing all right. Shields are still up. Everything's good. What do you guys want to do here?
Okay. So
Has Spanks or Emmy done anything in a while?
I thought I just tried to shoot the main cannon and I succeeded but
think you
bonked
did, yeah.
myself on the head.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, does Emmy want to do anything then? Do you want to do any kind of evasive maneuvers or?
I can continue to do evasive maneuvers. Would it be better if I, like, took the heat off of the fighters? Or would that be worse? Because, like, the person they want is in mine.
Is in the ship, so yeah. I feel like
Mhm.
you staying out of harm's way. I don't know. Sammy's just gonna blast at the other fighter then, because Pete's not pulling his weight.
Just gotta have success. He's fine.
I'm like, anything that Emmy could do from there, like, trying to, like, hail the other person and maybe, like, do something, would not go well, because that's my worst stat.
Okay, well, shit.
Yeah,
That's
if you
another
want
one.
if you want someone to hail them, that's gonna be me.
Yeah. Like, if we were wanting to, like, get the attention off of our fighters and
I
onto
assume
us.
you want to take 2 hull hits, right?
Take 2 hull, yeah, which will put me down to 1 hull and 1 battery.
Yeah.
2 full hull hits.
Yeah, because I failed. I got a 1. I was gonna say I could use my juice on that, but I'd have to roll a 4 even just to get me up to a partial success. So it's might as well not even waste it. Save the juice for when I'm very
Yeah, if you
likely
can't
going to be in the
succeed, there's
vacuum
no
of space
point.
in a second here.
Yeah, I guess that would be the only thing, is if I can try to, like, draw their ire so they stop, you know, shooting Sammy, and maybe try to shoot after us, and then I can try to avoid it.
Let's see. Yeah, you could do something like that.
Okay.
I don't know what it would be here. Give me brains operate machinery.
Okay.
Give me that.
good sense of direction is or isn't going to help me here?
I'm gonna say no.
All right.
Because fuck you today.
But to say, don't be afraid to say no. You keep giving me lots of chances to use my
I
shit.
give everybody chances for everything. That's what the point is.
That's a 4.
Alright, so let's see here. So while you are trying to move this around, 4's a total failure, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck.
I don't remember now. Did I get another nat 1 after the other nat 1? I don't remember if I've gotten any more failures after my juice. I don't think I did because I used my juice and then
you
Spanks
fucked
helped
that
me
up in
succeed.
Spanks'
So
help. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
What were you trying to do? Move out of the way?
I was trying to I think goad them into shooting at us instead of Sammy, so Sammy can live to see another round.
I appreciate that.
I mean, could I assist by also being distracting for Sammy's sake?
Yeah, give me an engines roll because you're moving all around.
You're a D10. No, you're not. You're a D12. You're a D10.
Yeah, it was the hey, shoot at me and then try to dodge it.
My lucky
7
number today,
plus-
7.
What
4.
did you have? 4? So that's 11.
Mhm.
All right. Cool.
Maybe you finally remember to unmute yourself and you're like, hey, this.
So you actually so you're able to distract Pete's ship is able to distract the ship into moving to the left, where the Dosage Tango moves right and immediately into it, causing it to explode. So all that's left is the gunship, and it's expelling smoke and not doing great.
Okay.
My heart stopped for a second. I thought you meant the Dosage Tango exploded.
No.
Okay, at this point, Spanks is gonna get on the comms again and be like, so do you just wanna leave us alone maybe? Cause it doesn't look so good for you.
You hear a voice over the channel say, "Shh, we're never giving up. She's worth a lot of money."
Is she worth us busting your ship up completely?
Shh, we'll buy a new ship
The money?
with the money.
Alright, and at that point I shoot at them.
Okay.
I'm shooting at the main cannon again. And that is ooh, that's an 11.
All right. How do you want to do this? What do you want to happen here?
I was trying to just blow off their main cannon.
Okay. Yeah. So
Or at least render it non-functional.
Yeah. You blow off their cannon. They're not. They're no longer a threat in that manner. They can't shoot at you guys anymore.
I'm sure they have other ways they can be threatening to us, and it's like they can just follow us probably all the way to our destination. But we did blow
our
off their
ship.
Yeah. Listen, dudes, I said, maybe you just want to leave.
We'll be back. And you see the ship basically put their brakes on and trail off in the rear view camera.
I mean, you should have asked their name so we know who our nemesis is.
I tried that already and they just shot at us.
I'm sure we'll never see them again.
No consequences will arise from this.
Banks just gets out of SIG. Probably gonna be out of those soon. It's like... Okay.
Emmy hopefully looking over at Spanks. Did I do well?
You did fine, kid. We're not dead.
He looks ecstatic.
Alright, so the next 12 hours, the Sunglass Fighters attach back to the ship, and you guys can get back in. You guys are pretty fine. The ships are fucked up, but you'll be able to fix them once you get to Mars.
I think I'm the only one who ended up taking a wound.
Because you weren't wearing your seatbelt.
Right.
So remember, kids.
Wear your seatbelts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Emmy can attempt to patch that up if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
All right. I don't think we want to use the pain drugs right now.
No,
We'll save those for a rainy day.
So I switched my dice
Tuesday
color,
night.
and I'm so happy I did because that was an 8.
Yeah.
That was an 8 on the D8, so
All right.
that is as
There you
high
go.
as I can roll.
Great. So
Do I
it's a
get juice?
success. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
I've
your
erased
wounds-
this
your
one
wounds are all
line so
healed.
many times.
You feel great,
Sweet.
Spanks.
awesome. Thanks, kiddo.
Yeah, I learned a lot about fixing up wounds last bounty.
So yeah, back on the ship.
Not bad,
Uh,
huh?
Sammy takes off his helmet and he just like throws it on the ground. It's like, God damn it! This is exactly the kind of situation I was trying to avoid. We can't have cargo this hot on my ship. Like we gotta get to Mars and we gotta unload. Not to refer to you as an object. Obviously, you're a sentient human being, but this isn't
Wasn't
the
this
kind of
your
heat that I
idea?
really need. No, I explicitly wanted to not get involved in this in the first place at all. It was you two. You two got me mixed up in this. I have
Yeah,
enough
but-
trouble with the space mafia without you two getting me mixed up with the Don's daughter.
What kind
Look.
of trouble are you in with the space mafia?
And Sammy's like, he realizes he said too much. It's like, ah, son of a bitch. It's like, well,
Emmy looks really
Listen.
concerned all of the sudden.
Emmy, between the last session and this one, has read a book and realized that the Space Mafia is actually not a band and is an interstellar crime organization.
He just finally heard it said correctly because he thought they were the Space Who's-Its.
Right, it's like a the Megas theme gas situation. he was putting the space in the wrong spot. It's like, oh, Space Mafia. That's like that famous zero gravity cellist, right?
Oh, I get it now. The stress is on the first syllable.
It's like, oh, well, listen, shit. That's Sammy. Old Sammy Sinclair hasn't always been the straight and narrow, upstanding citizen that you know today. And
Hey,
that
there's nothing wrong with not being straight.
oh no, listen, anything that moves, you know. But you know, I used to do a lot more less reputable gigs. I told you before. What was the guy's name? Meatpack Acero?
Meatpack or something or other.
Meatpacker Russo.
Meatpacker Russo.
Yeah.
Why do I
Russo.
remember that?
I did remember it up until this is the second. Anyway, yes, and it was like, so this Meatpacker Russo guy. I told you, it was a little bit illicit. It was under the table, but I performed at his daughter's bar mitzvah, and let's just say, old Sammy was a little bit hard in the paint that day. I don't remember the party too well, but let's just say there was a lot of property damage. I ruined a very expensive ice sculpture that was shipped in from Uranus. And
You're stupid anyway.
end of the day, listen, I owe a ton of money to Meatpacker Russo. So that's the whole reason I got into this bounty hunting gig. You know, they took something very important to me and I wasn't able to continue my career. And so I had to turn to bounty hunting to try to raise enough money. It's just been hell for me ever since. So I just been trying to avoid this whole situation. Now I'm all mixed up.
Oh. Well, now I feel terrible.
Yeah, you should, kid.
Conversation is
You're saying
happening.
Zed.
Like, Pete's off to the side, and he's gonna go on the BNet because he's kind of thinking those guys he didn't see like an insignia on the ship of the mafia, so he's looking for the party on the BNet to see if we have bounties on us.
Give me. Gather
You have a
intel.
computer. Computer gives a bonus to that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Spanks is listening to all this and eventually just says, listen, the real lesson from this is that there is no such thing as a milk run, and if you ever see a bounty that looks suspiciously easy, it's going to be a pain in your fucking ass. Don't take it.
Roll done. 9 + 1.
All right.
Perfect.
So you guys aren't on the list at all.
Emmy was
favorites.
listening intently to your advice there.
But it's also
Silver.
to say, like, don't take the hardest one on the list either because you'll die, but, like, just if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. That's so true of
Okay.
most things in life.
I mean, you
Anna-
were with me on my very first bounty, so I haven't really been doing this that long.
Yeah, anyway.
Anna is still on the bounty list. Her price is now doubled.
Oh, well,
Emmy,
so
I've
now
got
the...
good news and I have bad news.
Oh, good news first. Good news first.
Okay. Good news is we are not materially tied to this yet, as we are not on the bounty list. How they found us, I'm not sure, but there is no bounty out for any of the 4 of us. I say, like, pointing and, like, very deliberately not pointing her direction, hoping no one asks for the bad news.
She says,
Oh,
what's the bad
Anna.
news?
Well, and then she just kind of turns the computer towards them and doesn't even say anything, just shows them the number.
She's like,
That's
yeah.
a lot of money.
No, Anna, like, do you have any electronic devices on you of any kind right now?
She says,
that you
no,
know of?
I don't have anything. I broke my phone when I ran away a couple weeks ago. Haven't had anything since.
God, is she really just that conspicuous that they just...
We all look over at her, like, dressed in, like, the pink feathery outfit. Like, sparkly boa and, like, yeah,
Yeah,
3-foot feathers and...
Really sets the mood for this, scene.
I like how we're all on the ship now, and she had every opportunity to, like, get changed into something comfortable, but no. Instead, we're all crammed in this little cabin that's meant for, like, 2 people, and we've got the giant wingspan, and then the rest of us are on the other half.
I don't know what you're talking about. I fit comfortably.
I think that she's just I think she just enjoys flexing on us, and also it's actually a very comfy outfit. I've worn it before. It's really nice.
I could never pull that off.
Yeah, you could. You just have to, like, feel it, man.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Emmy starts
so
to consider a different
Look.
career path.
I told you can come work at the bar if you want. Although you're
I'm
not
not-
a... We also do drag queen shows, so,
I'm
you
not
know.
60 yet. I can't drink.
God, I hate the calendar system. Anyhow, all y'all, the point is, what is our plan for when we actually get to Mars? Like, are we just gonna drop Anna off, or, like, does she have
So
somewhere
I
to
guess
go?
I had assumed that... So she had mentioned Meet Paccaruso last time, which was the whole reason why Sammy had reconsidered not turning her back into the Mafia, because this is the guy he owed money to, and she knows about his debt. And so I sort of assumed that we had made plans to meet up with Meet Paccaruso
Meet
on
Okay.
Mars.
Sure.
Emmy left all the details to you. He didn't do anything but talk her ear off.
And you know, I mean, so you said, and Mars is developed. It's like a
Yeah.
paradise at this
Mhm.
point,
Yeah,
right?
they've like
So I
super
assume it's-
terraformed it.
Yeah,
They
so it's-
genetically engineered all the grass and stuff to still be red, but
So yeah, it's not like a seedy place.
No.
But it's like a
It's a seedy place, as in they planted a lot.
it was a seedy place, and then they grew all the greenery.
Oh my god, we could have renamed the bar a seedy bar.
Literally seedy bar.
2 sessions later.
Why do you guys keep changing the name of the bot?
Because there's trees in it.
It's not good for marketing. You gotta, like, pick a theme and stick to it.
Oh, there's a theme now.
I love the idea that we didn't tell Spanks anything about the people being turned into trees.
That's
No.
irrelevant. That was 2 sessions ago. It's fine.
The people being turned into what? Wait, how does that even work?
So for the rest of the flight to Mars, we're just filling in Spanks on our previous adventures for the remainder of the 12-hour flight.
Like and then I almost got my shoulder amputated. It was very scary.
Why do I hang out with you people again?
Hey, look, it's Mars!
So, the first thing, what do you guys do when you land? First thing is you're gonna have to pay your taxes, which is 100.
Yeah, I marked that off on
So
my
if
sheet
you haven't
already.
already marked that off, that's when you get charged for it.
So
Unless
Emmy
you
still
decide
has no
to
money, so
forego
am I to assume
landing at
that
the
Sammy
airport,
is
but I assume you don't.
am I to assume that Sammy is just covering all of Emmy's taxes because
No, I
Emmy
thought
still
that the
doesn't have any money?
I thought the good doctor was covering it.
I did food. I
Yeah.
can do taxes too.
Oh.
In character, I would have. I just think that you offered first.
I'm keeping track of how much money Emmy has gathered, but I am assuming he is turning it all over to the university unless somebody tells him to stop doing that. So he has at least been showing good faith to the university and dropping random, suspicious amounts of cash to the bursar's
Blood-stained
office.
cash.
And it's in a different currency every time for some reason.
Okay, yeah, so we'll go ahead and say that we all pay our taxes except for Sammy, who pays for Emmys.
I just also love the idea that you never ask him to pay for anything, and he weasels out of paying stuff every single time.
Here's the thing, you guys may have a problem. Because obviously Anna needs to also pay taxes, which means she's going to be on the books.
Well, was that a problem getting off of Ceres?
No.
No?
No.
Is Mars just like that much more stringent?
No, she left and was on the books. Which may explain how easy it was to...
Gotcha. Okay, so it was a problem when we left Ceres.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
mostly dealt with that problem, it seems. In a big space fight.
I mean, I feel like Anna probably set up this meet with Meat Packer Russo. This meet with meat.
Just meat cute.
But I don't know, would they have any connections to get us through customs?
Actually, probably, given the amount of money and the Space Mafia connections. Although this is Mars, where they don't really.
Although again, we are taking it entirely on Anna's word that she does know Meat Packer Russo. Like, we haven't actually communicated with this guy at all. We're taking it entirely on her word.
Do you think she's lying?
She can. I don't know. It hadn't occurred to me till just now.
Emmy's
I
never
don't think
done
it occurred to our
interplanetary
characters
travel.
ever.
Wow. You're all
Emmy
really
implicitly
good.
trusts most people.
Spanks is just gonna look at you all like... Of course, he doesn't have anything helpful to say or do either.
Right? So yeah, does the customs take our recognition code?
Yeah. They don't care about you
Okay.
guys. Problem isn't with you guys. It's here's the thing. They'll take her too. They don't care. But
Well, does she have? I mean, she ran away. Does she have like a cover identity?
No.
Like, I assume the Mafia doesn't operate out of Ceres.
No. I mean, they're everywhere. Ceres is one of their main hubs, but Mars is not covered by them. It's not their territory.
Okay. Well, actually, so Sammy just, like, asks, like, straight up, like, did you not... So wait, you ran away from home. Did you not have any kind of cover identity or cover story? Did you literally just give your actual name?
She says, I was hiding out. I had no reason to leave Ceres. This was your idea.
Right, but when you ran away to Ceres in the first place.
That's where I live.
Okay, so they do live on Ceres.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Was I not
But
clear?
she's also somewhere in her 60s.
So wait, your whole plan was just to run away and hang out in a homeless encampment
Yeah, basically.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it was working fine
Oh,
until you
Jesus
guys
Christ.
showed up.
It would not have
And
kept
now
working
her,
fine. They
and
were
now she's
paying,
worth double the money.
hun. It would not have kept working fine. They were already asking an awful lot of money for you, and luckily we're all a bunch of soft-hearted dumbasses.
Yeah, we found you very easily. We put very little effort into finding you.
Like, we're not
It's a
even
good thing
good.
the good guys found you.
We're not good guys.
You guys are the... Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're not?
No.
And he just like sits there and like
Okay, so
Contemplates.
Spanks is holding the bridge of his nose. He's like, okay, look, what do we actually need right now? Can someone explain this to me simply? What do we need?
Well,
So
if
we're
I
just
ask-
like just like in the queue, like at Border Patrol. Like we're like
Loudly.
2 cars behind, like the agents who are going to check our IDs now. Just now having this conversation about how are we going to get around to the planet.
The windows are rolled down. What do you mean you don't have a cover identity?
Yeah.
You were
I feel like
going
if the
to
windows
use your
were
real
rolled down-
name?
I don't think the windows can be rolled down in space.
Yeah, they can.
And maybe we're in like a vacuum tube or something now. Like we're entering the atmosphere of the planet.
Okay, look. Okay. No. Well, fuck.
So I think we just roll up to the
Yeah, I think we do.
the checker.
Well, so
Unless
here's-
you've got a concrete problem for me to solve.
Here's
I was
the
gonna
thing.
say I think we just roll up there
The-
and we
The problem isn't
huh?
with the Border Patrol themselves. They don't give a shit. Right?
right,
but
but
the
it's
problem
about
is
like
that
her
she will
name
be-
being in the books.
Right. She will be on the books, and then people, much like you guys hack into security systems and shit like this all the time to find people.
Why do we
But
have
is it
to?
not going to like?
Why do we have
the
to
fact that
tell
she's-
them about her?
I was
What?
gonna say, is the fact that she's wanted is that not gonna like flag anything on their computer?
They don't give a shit.
Okay,
Why?
they
why
just
do we
it's a
have to-
minimum wage,
Yeah.
Don't you
see.
have?
fresh out of
Don't
high
you
school.
have
Thanks for
somewhere?
trying to
Don't
say
you have
it.
cargo storage where you keep the drugs or something? Can't we just like put her in there and then declare the costume is like whatever the fuck we're taking in, and it doesn't? I could literally say that we're transporting this for one of my drag buddies, and he would, and he'd be like, "Yeah, cool, that's exactly what you're doing. I don't care what you're actually trying to smuggle. Fuck it."
Do they have like
we were all-
bioscanners?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
well, okay. We open the storage compartment, pull out all of Emmy's stuff because that's where Emmy sleeps.
Yeah, and
Pull out like the like wadded up T-shirt that Emmy uses as a pillow. Yes, Jim, you have your hand raised.
If she was already on
I'm
the
glad
books
you
leaving,
noticed. I didn't.
won't people be able to see that like this group plus her left, and then this group arrived
Without her.
We also got attacked.
To me, it seems like kind of like like people quickly connect the dots, and it won't
Yeah,
even
Emmy
matter.
has a good point. You got attacked. Maybe those guys boarded and stole her.
We ejected her.
So,
yeah, she got there was a bulkhead. I mean, look, we're
she went out the
The
shit
departure
channel.
and arrival records are local too, so it's not like you'd have.
yeah.
you'd
There's
have
no.
to go. You'd have to go to Ceres, look at those records, come here, and then look at this one, and then assume that you guys weren't anywhere else in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
if
know-
anybody asks any questions, Anna went out the shippost channel. During the flight, we tragically had to jettison some weight.
And to be clear, don't volunteer this information because probably nobody's gonna fucking ask. So just keep your mouth shut.
I can do that.
Okay, so we
Can
stuff
you?
Anna
Yeah.
up into the storage compartment just to try to
So-
smuggle her onto Mars.
So just give me a manipulate someone.
I'll go ahead and do it.
One of us, me.
I'll do it. It's my
Okay.
ship.
Not me.
I'll take
I was told to
responsibility.
shut up, so I'm not talking.
Well, that was a 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my juice and get another 2. So,
Okay. This is
does
manipulate
anybody?
someone, right?
Mhm.
So we pull up to the window, and the check the
No. I'm gonna be
pimply
like,
faced teen is like, identification, please. And like, there's only 4 of us on the ship. Nobody's being smuggled on Mars.
okay. So Spanks says that's such a great joke, dude. Anyway, yeah. Here's the and Spanks like pushes him out of the way and is like, I'm gonna roll to manipulate someone. And it's like, yeah, you don't. It's fine. Here's our IDs, man.
Alright.
It's fine.
This-
He's
this
Well,
is
so I
open.
mean, if you want to help on that, you just got to get me up to a 10. I rolled a 4, so you can roll a 6 or higher.
I rolled a 12.
Wow.
We have missed you, Spanks.
Just let me
The,
keep talking.
The actually cool member of the party is here.
Just
I'm pretty sure
for a minute.
every manipulate that Sammy has tried has gone horribly.
You know, see, that's the thing is that I've got style like Sinatra, which means that unless I'm dealing with like Harlan Ellison and I lose my temper, it's probably fine.
All right, yeah. This border guy, he doesn't care.
Thanks, dude.
He's like, all right, 4 people, got it. You guys got the money.
Yeah, I hand it over.
You hand over the cash, and he's like, all right, good to go.
Thank you, sir, and have a lovely day.
Please proceed to the left. You the big ship goes into the docking bay, like the it's like on my video's lagging. Okay,
Oh, yeah, you did. You just lagged really
yeah, that was weird. I'm back now, apparently. Anyway, it's like the big Millennium Falcon hangar, right? So you come down in, and then there's a big garage door and a pass, like a PIN password system, and yeah, and then you go to the front desk, and there's a guy at the front desk who says, "Can I have your docking bay number and your PIN, please, to record it?"
It's 42069.
Don't be an ass.
You know, a lot of people try and get that one.
It's a
I don't know
primo
why.
spot, I know.
All right, he hands you a tourism pamphlet. He says, enjoy your stay on Mars."
Thank you.
So are you guys
Immediately-
leaving Anna there while you do this?
I think we
Fine.
could we like small. Could we just like roll her up in like a suitcase?
I'd say she could just kind of like go limp, and
How big is the
and Spanks could just
suitcase?
carry her over his shoulder.
I mean, she's probably pretty small, right?
Actually, do that if we take off the costume and put her and put her in like a duffel bag. I actually can just.
Okay, wait, no. So
First
I know,
of all,
I know
you
what
don't
we're
own a
doing.
duffel bag, do you?
I know exactly what we're doing. So
You say yours. I got an idea.
Sammy is riding on Anna's shoulders. So it's Sammy and Anna in a trench coat getting past border security.
Are you on
Emmy
top
was
of her,
going
or is
to-
she on top of you? Who's
I'm on
the
top
head
of
in
her.
this
I'm riding her
situation?
shoulders.
Emmy's gonna be like, wait
And
a
like,
minute.
I'm making her carry me.
And Emmy's like, wait a minute. We don't have to put her in a duffel bag. We just have to only have 4 people get out of the ship. We can make her look like me. and then I go in the duffel bag.
Yeah, he's like, Emmy's like demonstrating and like looks over and like, I'm already like climbing up on her shoulders. Like, what?
No, get Pete, give me a boost.
I can totally fit in this duffel bag.
Now don't drop me, kid. My space scout's gonna act up. It's activated by sudden changes in altitude. You ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
No.
Ah, yeah,
Great
classical
show.
literature. We used
And
to
he's
study
still
that
got, like-
rather intently in university.
I hear Space Customs is hiring, but Space Subway pays for.
So,
So
do
you-
I have to? Should I roll and manipulate someone?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Say, which plan did Anna want to go with?
Well, shit, that's a 3.
This plan's not gonna work.
Yeah, so I think he gets up on her shoulders and like she can support him for like all of like 8 seconds before like her knees just give out.
You definitely still look like two people in a trench coat.
But the other plan
So what was-
where Emmy
so
gets
what
in the
was,
suitcase.
Yeah.
The other
What was
plan,
Emmy's
the other plan was make her vaguely pass off as me, and put me in a duffel bag and have Spanks carry me, because I can fit in spaces most can't, and Spanks is really good at carrying stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, that plan sounds a lot better.
So give me. Can you blend? You can't blend in with moves, really? I guess not. I guess you can
I'll
only
hand
blend
her
in-
You
my
love
sun
the
hat.
fucking system.
Listen, I've had to explain this. Me as a GM and me as a game designer are two different things that I have to adjudicate.
Emmy will pass off his sun hat. It is very important and iconic to his identity.
All right, so she can look fine. You're gonna have to blend in to this suitcase, and I'm gonna let you apply your D4 to fits in spaces you almost can't, even though that doesn't make any sense according to the system.
Okay, so let's see. Blend in is cool. This is gonna go amazingly bad. I can't wait.
Wait, what if I roll... Okay, what if... Work with me here. What if you roll the dodge, jump, dive, or whatever to, like, fit in the space, and I roll, like, the blend-in thing?
It's a two-part.
Because I'm the one who's gonna be carrying you, pretending that I'm definitely not carrying a living person in a bag.
Yeah, I just have to like go limp.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Let's do that instead.
Okay, and my talent applies still, right?
I don't... Well... Would Sinatra carrying around somebody in a bag? No, I don't think that actually applies to that part of it. The muscles will apply, but not that. So,
All right.
ooh,
Heck yeah! That is a 13.
I got,
I got 11. I got 11 on the D12.
Cat.
I also got a 13 on.
Oh, it's cat time.
Cat.
She's in.
Except like, the cat is the one doing the best blend in, because we can't see it.
Yeah.
Hey, I rolled the. I got the 13, and that was without my thing. It was because
Wow.
I'm
So,
very
yeah.
cool.
So this plan's definitely gonna work.
Yep, that's 2 13s. We did fantastically.
Calm down.
All I could think of is like that one TikTok where the guy like jumps into a garbage bag and lands on the curb and blends in perfectly.
Speaking of garbage bag.
Right.
So Anna doesn't have to like be smuggled because Anna is pretending to be me and I am being smuggled.
Sure. All right. So where are you going? You're going to where are you meeting at? You know the plan, Sammy.
Uh,
Yeah, we all stare at Sammy like, where are we going?
Except for me, because I'm in a bag.
We're going to Jordan's berry farm.
What?
So as we established in the first episode, after the second time Michael Jordan retired from baseball, he moved to Mars on Elon Musk's Mars colony, where he took up a space jamming fruit preserve business on Mars. And Michael Jordan actually headed up the terraforming project
I forgot.
on Mars to achieve his berry farm dream.
This is
Oh my
true.
God.
We did
And
say
so
this.
now Jordan's berry farm, or Jordan's Space Jam berry farm, is like a popular tourist destination. So we're going there because it's a popular place where we can like hopefully blend in and without attracting too much attention, because we'll be able to blend in with a crowd of people. It's like essentially like, you know, we're going to like Disneyland to like do a child custody exchange.
You're going to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we should
Actually,
probably get me out of the
Space
bag
Jam
before I
berry
suffocate.
farm. Is
When I was a
Jordan
small
Space
child.
Jam Martian Berry Farm.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
it was in the little pamphlet they gave us at the border.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody goes here, so it's not going to be suspicious that it's the first place we're stopping after, showing up on Mars. It's
She
a
actually
very
has you
popular
text
tourist
him to
destination.
change the location to this. You weren't going to meet here, but once you guys saw it on the pamphlet, you're like, no, there.
So yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're supposedly meeting Meet Pacaruso,
It's $50
according
to
to
get
Anna.
in.
Well, the good thing is you only have to pay for 4 people.
Honestly, that's a bargain. You get a free sample of this jam. It's outstanding stuff. You put a little bit of Space Jam on a Ganymede hot dog. It sounds like a weird combo, but let me tell you, then knock your socks off.
No, yeah, it's actually sometimes we get some of that in at the bar. It's pretty good. And you know what? It's really good in cocktails. You put a little dollop in there.
Of course, Spanks thinks it's good.
Emmy can make no comments because he is pretending to be limp and a duffel bag.
Yeah, until you haven't lived until you've had a Jamhattan.
But he really, really, really wants whatever y'all are talking about because he's never been off planet before.
Sammy,
Bag
I
is
can't
like
say
making
it.
stomach noises, like you hear the gurgling.
There's
Yeah,
a stomach
Sammy just,
growl
like,
from the bag.
slips a jar of jam into the duffel bag for Emmy.
This is
I
terrible.
can't eat it. I can't move.
All
So
right.
instead, you just stuck it in there, and I have to stare at it now.
Sammy's like, okay. He's like, Gus Cub's like, all right, here you go, kid. Like, takes the lid off and just like unzips it really quick and like dumps in the full like open jar of jam and zips it back up.
So
A
you
little
guys
snack
just,
for you, kid.
just walk into this amusement park with all your guns?
No, I leave my guns in the locker on the ship.
Uh-oh. Good to know. What about you guys?
I have knives, but I'm in a duffel bag.
Yeah, I mean, how welcome are guns on Mars?
In general, I mean, fairly, welcome enough, but, you're going to an amusement park.
Yeah, but if Mars is anything like Texas, it doesn't matter.
Right? Is it like open carry? Like, as long as like we've got the proper paperwork, our license.
You don't even need the proper paperwork.
Here's the thing: you're going to like a public amusement park. You're going to Disneyland.
Have you been to Texas?
Yeah.
No, I have not. Do they really
Let me
not
tell
give?
you.
Do they not give? A
No.
shit?
They really
You're
don't.
going to see
That's
open
scary.
carried weapons everywhere you go.
It's
You'll be
terrifying.
at like
You have
you'll
to,
be at like the
put-
fucking museum, like and just chilling at the museum, and there'll be some guy with like an AK-47 like strung across his back. Like that's a thing.
Yeah. At the universities, we had to put up signs for gun-free zones, but it couldn't be more than a certain percentage of the establishment, or it was considered discriminatory. I
Alright,
wish I was making this up.
So, all right. Yeah, you can just go in there with your guns. Fine.
Okay, in that case, I guess I do just have my gun. Fuck it.
Sure.
Look,
Why
if they're
not?
not going to check the duffel bag for people, you really think they're going to check people for guns?
No, but they ask. But fine, yeah, you can just have your guns. What do they care?
Exactly.
In there,
These minimum
very,
wage
very
teens.
emotional.
This is a weird and dangerous world. All right, so
Also, like... Good nugget.
no, you go.
Oh, I was just saying also, like, if you are one of those people and you, like, someone walks in with a gun, what authority do you have to stop them? Unless there's armed security at the berry farm.
There
All right.
could be, but I think it's a matter of how much Onslaught actually wants to deal with right now, and whether or not he just wants to get a move on.
They're armed with basketballs, actually.
Yeah.
I think I brought a knife.
They're all wearing Toon Squad jerseys.
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
like
They're
name
wearing Toon
badges
Squad
on them.
jerseys.
Like Toon Squad jerseys and like sun hats.
Okay, so where is this guy that we're supposed to be meeting?
So there's a spaghetti stand outside of one of the roller coasters.
Oh, I love spaghetti. Fuck yeah.
That's where.
This is just an example of how widespread the space mafia has become.
Listen,
Spaghetti stand on every corner.
I like spaghetti, so go fuck yourself.
Who doesn't like spaghetti?
I get a bowl of spaghetti.
All right.
Is it overpriced and terrible?
Absolutely, it's overpriced. It's $4.
Oh, Jesus. I get it anyway.
It's got jam on it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, Spanks is actually mildly offended by this, but is like... Is it at
Well,
least
you're not a
tomato?
fan of fusion cuisine?
Is it at least tomato jam?
No.
No.
That is a fruit jam.
First of all, how dare you?
Tomatoes are basically berries!
So it'd be at the berry farm. Also, there's just another stomach growl sound, just barely from the duffel bag.
Yeah, but we could probably, now that we're in the park, we could probably just let you out. Like, do you want to get out of the bag?
Yes.
Okay, I let you out of the bag. You're covered in jam. I hand you my spaghetti because I'm like actually decided that it's disgusting.
Alright, and you just said it was like spaghetti with what on it?
Strawberry
Jam.
jam.
Cool, that's vegetarian. He goes to town.
So, you guys see a large, fat, Italian-looking man. He has almost no hair, and he's wearing a butcher's apron.
Wow,
Yeah,
really
he
going in on the
approaches you.
theme there, bud.
Yeah,
Is this Meat Pacaruso?
yes,
Do I
you
recognize
recognize him.
Okay.
I want to point out, it looks like there are 2 Emmys at the table.
He says, Scat King.
Oh, Meat Pacaruso. Long time no see.
Yeah.
How's the daughter?
He thinks for a minute, and he's like, actually, legitimately not very good. I mean, she's like 13, so she's like struggling with her identity, and she's got a lot of issues with that, and I don't know. I'm just a meat packer. What am I supposed to do to help her with this kind of stuff? I don't. And ever since the mother
Ian, that's a
got
baby.
divorced from me, and everything's not great.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
I feel for you.
Emmy's Folloman's conversation is just like, but 13 is a baby.
We use the universal years in the space mafia.
Oh, well, I'm not very good at math, so what is that in Saren years?
It's 13.
So does,
So yeah,
looks
the rest of the time, Emmy's gonna think...
I don't know, you're like 23 maybe, so.
So does Anna do anything?
She says, did you bring his thing? And Meat Packer Russo says, no, I didn't.
God damn it, son of a bitch. I fucking knew it. It's a waste of fucking time.
He says, when you get back to Ceres, somebody will deliver it to you.
Oh, I mean, thank you, sir. I appreciate everything you've done. The monumental gratitude to you and to yours forevermore.
You making fun of me? You making fun of the way I talk?
No, this
Am I
is
a
my normal
joke?
accent.
Am I a joke
This
to
is my
you?
normal accent that
Is
changes
this like
about 4
a,
times a
a
session.
comedy thing that you're doing?
No, I dropped out of doing stand-up pretty quickly.
Am I funny?
I can
to
only
you like a
stand up so
clown?
tall, you know?
Am I funny like Joe Pesci's funny? Because that man is funny. I would consider
Joe
that a
Pesci is
compliment
funny.
if you
We can
said
agree on that. I'm a
that I
huge
was
Joe
funny
Pesci
like Joe
fan.
Pesci. But am I funny like
am.
Joe
Emmy just
Pesci?
kind of.
I'm not saying
Emmy
that
kind
you're
of.
Pesci, but I was saying you're
You're
funny
not
like
saying
Joe
I'm
Pesci,
funny
but
like
only
Joe Pesci,
greater.
so you're offending me.
No, but I mean, did you want to be Joe Pesci? Because you can be Joe Pesci. You can be whoever you want.
Emmy's like,
That's
I
not
think
how
you're
this
very
works. It has
funny,
to be. It has to be genuine. You have to genuinely think I'm as funny as Joe Pesci, and then I would consider
Emmy
that a
looks
up.
compliment.
So we finished
Perfect.
acting out the rest of the scene from Goodfellas, and then what happened?
Emmy looks up completely earnestly and goes, I think you're as funny as Joe Pesci.
Thank you. You know what? You can have his saxophone.
Wait, Emmy can have my saxophone?
Yeah, sure.
So we don't have to wait until we get back to Ceres?
No, I don't have. I mean, someone will come and give you the saxophone now.
Oh, okay. And like he leans over and very quietly, be cool, I got this, Sammy.
Spanks, give me a read a situation.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Cool. That is a 12.
All right. You notice around this area. There's people milling about. There's people moving. They have places to be, you know. But there are 4 different old ladies wearing sunglasses who are standing posted around. And they look like they're watching your conversation happen.
Interesting. I look at my companions and I try to decide which one of them is going to make this the least weird. So I turn to the good doctor and I say, hey...
Trying to say,
That was
he's
the
not
wrong
here.
choice.
No, he's not here.
The second you guys walked in and saw the foliage, he was so overwhelmed with emotion and you completely lost him.
Okay, so next down in the order, I guess, is
Yeah, this is for Pete, Pete teaches on Ceres, teaches botany on like a totally barren like concrete city planet. So this is literally for him like the scene in Jurassic Park where they see the dinosaurs for the first time.
That
The
would
first time
have
they've
been
ever seen
Emmy.
grass in person.
They do grow in dirt.
That would have been Emmy, because he's also never been off of Ceres, but he was in a bag, so he didn't
He
get
was
to
in a
see any
double
of it.
Right.
The only bit of Mars he has seen is this berry farm.
Okay, hey, Scat King, my good dude.
What's going on?
Just sort of head points at the...
What, the old lady?
Yeah.
I didn't know, she's not really my type.
Emmy's just chatting to Russo about how he always wanted to learn saxophone.
Okay. Okay, Spanks is like, this is hopeless, so he's just gonna sort of, he's gonna like watch him right back a little bit, and then maybe kind of like idly kind of looking like he's just sort of wandering for a smoke, looking for somewhere to take a smoke break, and just sort of end up next to one of them, and is like, you know, gets out his cigarette, and then is like, so?
Give me blend in.
Emmy, have you had this spaghetti before? It's really good. They
Oh.
don't have spaghetti like this on Ceres.
7?
Russo is now trapped in the conversation.
Sorry, not a
with
7, that's a
this idiot.
6. Barely.
Six.
Barely a 6.
6. Okay. So let's see here. You move up, and they, this old lady is not, she's completely nonplussed by the situation, and she says, "You're here for a handoff, aren't you?"
Depends on who's asking.
She looks at you through her sunglasses, and she says, nobody's asking. We know what's up. And we're gonna take that girl from you.
Well, I think she might object to that.
We don't really give a shit.
So, indulge me here for a minute, because there's not that many of us, and we're pretty stupid. What
Reminder, she still looks exactly like Emmy.
What do you want with this girl? Are you guys the guys who came after us before? Is it just the money?
Yeah.
Really?
It's worth a lot. Yeah.
So
Being an
I'm
old
just going to
lady's an
assume that
expensive
this.
habit.
I'm just going to assume that this conversation is happening like during the whole extended Joe Pesci bit.
Yes.
And also, I imagine that to pass Anna off as Emmy also, pulled some stunt double bullshit to make himself look even more like Anna, so they're indistinguishable.
Stunt double bullshit on your thing?
Oh no, there is no stunt double bullshit. That's just his background, so we keep making jokes about that. So, he's, tried to look more like her, as well as in the process of making her look like him, so that way they look as indistinguishable as possible, at least if you don't see the face, which we've been keeping covered with sunglasses.
Listen, can you just let us finish the handoff and then you can do whatever the hell you want? Leave us out of it. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. It was their idea.
The old lady says we're taking that girl. We don't really give a shit if you guys complete your handoff or not.
Spanks sighs. Well... Who moves first?
That this dramatic moment that you, for the first time ever, a happy doctor comes over the horizon, arms full of jars of jam and flowers and all sorts of plants, and he's struggling to carry it all. And he sort of makes out Spanks over the pile of stuff in his arms, and waves and then reaches back down to grab the stuff he almost dropped and walks over. And
also,
he almost makes it over, trips and drops this all on the sunglasses lady.
Also, I will point out that if these people have been watching us, the smuggled being they saw get out of the bag was not Anna but me. So, it looks like they smuggled me in, not her.
Yeah.
Wait, we did smuggle you in, technically. Okay, so now this lady is covered in flowers and jam jars.
Well, the shit is on now. Because now as soon as that happens, as soon as Pete Moss drops everything, you guys hear a gunshot, and Meatpacker Russo hits the table with smoke billowing out the back of his head. There's an old lady holding a pistol.
I immediately sucker punched the lady in front of me.
Okay, get in a fist fight.
Emmy's gonna grab his, I wouldn't call him twin, but sibling look-alike right now, and bolt.
Oh, get in a fist fight! Oh no, I can use muscles for that, and I'm gonna add my himbo bonus because I'm doing something stupid.
Hell yeah.
Him bonus.
Yes.
Him bonus.
Hey.
All right, that's a nut.
Fist bump the bottom
That's
of your
what?
screen, Jim.
Yeah.
Did we time that right? Oh, this bottom. Okay, I got it.
I'm sure we completely missed each other, but hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Backwards from how you display, Jim.
There we go.
You have to do it the other way.
And Sammy is as soon as that happens, the first thing he does is he grabs Meatpacker Russo and he shakes him, and he just starts yelling he already gave me the saxophone back. The deal already happened. No take backsies.
So what did you roll, Spanks? I missed that part.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, 9? Okay.
Yeah.
So you punch this old lady, and she she flips backwards, and her legs hit you in the face. Go ahead and take a wound.
Ow.
Meanwhile, the lady with the gun, she starts shooting at Sammy Sinclair.
Okay. Sammy sees
how do
her
you
pull out the
react?
gun.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Whoa!" and like tries to duck down behind Deep Paccaruso's large shield-like Rampart-esque frame.
What's Anna doing?
Anna got pulled away by Emmy.
Yeah,
and
Emmy.
ran away.
At first gunfire, Emmy grabbed Anna and
Yeah,
bolted.
I'm gonna handle that next.
Okay, cool. cool.
Okay, well.
Look, I labeled my bombs this time. I know which one is the smoke bomb.
Ew, the fight
So
music.
with I went ahead and rolled the dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Got a 6. Rolled my smooth move talent, and I added another 1. So it doesn't really help. That was me at a 7.
All right. So you're not. So you get shot while you do this. Where do you get shot at?
I think so. He was ducking down, and I think it he just barely ducks out of the way in time, and it actually shoots the hat off his head and just like grazes the top of his scalp, and reveals his bald head to the world.
Oh, we saw that when you were in the spacesuit.
It's a
That's
wound to
true.
your
Well, that was in the
pride.
ship though, so.
We were entrusted
that's
with
fine.
this
So
very
he,
delicate information that you were bald.
if he had dodged a split second later, he would have painted the pavement.
All right. So that happened. Now we're going to.
I assume I take a wound, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So so there are the two other ladies get out machine guns and start shooting in the direction of Emmy and Anna. What do you guys do?
Well, I
running
can't
away.
quite make like a tree like the good professor, but I will in his stead be the one that grabs her and dip, dog, dudge, whatever. I don't know.
Dodge, dip, duck.
I
dive.
can words. I can words. And specifically if I can find something to dip, duck, dodge behind.
I mean, you're in a big panicky amusement park area, right? There's all kinds of stuff here. There's a spaghetti stand. There's
All right.
portions of a roller coaster.
And
Supports.
I don't have the rules up for the smoke bombs, but does that give me a bonus to try to escape?
Let's see. Knockout gas. No, just +1 to knock someone out.
Okay, then. Well, I could throw it behind us, see what that does, but that also risks knocking out Sammy.
Yeah, I don't know that there's actually
Anything to
ninja
assist
vanish
with.
bombs.
Yeah. Then again, I don't think there's actually like a sneak thing in this. So the closest we have is blend in. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bolt behind something with her.
All right. Well, did you? What was your
That's a
roll?
7.
7. Okay. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and take a wound while you're getting away.
Okay.
Just a stray bullet. Where's it hit you?
I shielded her, so it was probably like somewhere in the back side, probably the back side of the same shoulder I fucked up last week.
Great. I love them shoulders. Damn it. Keep dropping my pen today.
I have 1 wound.
All right. So, the main lady with the handgun, runs forward toward, where Sammy Sinclair is, but then looks up and sees, Dr. Pete Moss starting to get up. And shoots toward you. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna make a dip roll. I'm gonna make like a tree.
Okay.
Oh, Spanks is now angry because she'd just seen this man with his face so full of joy and happiness at his hall. Spanks is like, how dare you? How dare you shoot this man who had found a moment of bliss and happiness in his life? I'm going to fucking destroy you.
Alright. What happens?
Anyway, you make your roll, bud.
I rolled in 9 plus 2.
1 plus 2.
Which I believe is 11.
Yeah. Don't give me math. Don't make me do math. That's the whole reason I invented this game, was a game where I didn't have to do math.
Look, Moss has inspired
So, yeah,
heroics
you're
in
gonna-
Emmy, which is why he's doing this.
You're gonna go ahead and take a wound, too.
I am?
Yeah. Stray bullets, man.
Ooh.
You're getting the partial successes when you did dodge, dip, dog, and dive.
From an 11?
Oh, you got a success? Never mind. I thought you got a partial.
Because you
It's been
said
a long
9
week.
plus 2.
Yeah, confused me.
My fault, sorry.
It's been a long week, and it isn't over until Tuesday.
And then Tuesday night.
Alright, so Spanks, what are you doing? You seem very upset.
Did this woman just tried to shoot at him?
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to spin kick the gun out of her hands.
okay.
Cause I'm mad on behalf of my buddy here,
Yeah,
which
you
is
can run up
which is
and do that.
my fucking himbo instinct.
Go ahead and get in a fist fight.
Isn't that actually disarm someone? Oh,
Oh, is that what you want to do? Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to kick the gun out of her, get the gun
Yeah.
out of her hands.
Alright.
My friends, that is an 11.
11, alright.
It's like
gun
the
is no longer
opposite
in
of how
their hand.
every game goes.
No, that's because I'm here.
Because
Gun
usually
is-
we roll really well in the beginning on like shit that doesn't matter, and then we like tank during the actual fight.
Gun flies out of their hand. This old lady is now unarmed. And the old lady that you punched down to the ground earlier, she sort of scuffles over to you and tries to like ankle tackle you. Get in a fist fight with this,
Yeah, boy.
unless you want to
Getting in
shoot
a
this
fist
old
fight
lady.
with the space
No, I
golden
don't-
girl.
I honestly, I might just not have. I may just get rid of the gun. I said at the beginning that I'd left the gun on the ship, and I think I'm going to stick to that. Is that
Okay.
Spanks does not, in fact, like guns. Spanks prefers to just punch people to death.
Fist bump. You were
It's
looking down.
not that
Left you
Spanks is a
hanging.
pacifist or anything. Spanks is really
Just
likes
like
to get
in
his hands dirty.
character.
Yeah. Spanks is not a pacifist. Spanks just
Spanks
likes
likes
the
to
visceral.
really get down in the meat.
Yeah.
Meat packer.
Anyway, that's
Look.
10.
All right.
Spanks likes
Cool.
to punch people. Emmy's weapon of choice is a knife. It can harm and heal, as we have seen.
You knocked this lady out.
Just nice.
She's an old lady.
So that was
Just punched an old lady in the face, and now she's unconscious.
Spanks doesn't give
there
a fuck.
were 4 total.
Yes.
So what happened to the other 2? Are they
they're-
pursuing Emmy and Anna?
Yeah, they're going after her. They have machine guns.
Okay.
As long
yeah,
as
I
we keep
think,
moving, they can't tell us apart.
So
You know what? Are there rides at this Knoxberry farm?
Absolutely, there are rides. You are right around.
You guys,
like,
you
the
guys
sports-
should try to get on some sort of ride.
Oh, like you don't think that's not exactly what I plan on doing.
Yeah, the line for the roller coaster is right there. Is that what you're gonna do?
Is
I
it
was-
my turn? Okay.
I was thinking haunted house or maybe but whatever, man. It's up
There's
to you.
Yeah.
plenty of other places if you have a different idea.
Let's see. Just kind of look around and see what sort of stuff there is. I imagine there's like a roller coaster, there's a merry-go-round, there's some
Uh-huh.
bumper cars.
Yeah.
Sort of stuff like that.
Singing animatronic show.
animatronic show. So I'm gonna look
Space
around.
Jam 2! The animatronic show!
Alright, let's see here. Are these like really short old ladies?
Yeah. They're about as short as you.
Okay, because I was like, if they're really short, like Sammy short, I was gonna find a ride they're not tall enough for.
They've deregulated rides in the future.
So the same way that, although I also find it interesting that we all insisted on having our guns in this park and we've proceeded not to use them.
Well, y'all did. I don't have a gun.
And I own a gun, but I don't use it. So.
Okay, so let's see here. You said the line for the roller coaster is like right there.
Yeah.
All right, and it seems relatively short.
You can push ahead of people if you. This is like
Yeah.
that
Just
sort of
cut the
situation.
damn line, dude. You've got people
Yeah.
with guns behind you.
Yeah, I'll cut the line.
Yeah, like people are
And-
panicking because there's a lot of gunfire and bullshit happening.
I will.
The
yeah,
ride
I'll-
operators are still there though because this job is
Mhm.
very important.
So yeah, he's gonna run up to the ride operator and it's just like, these crazy old ladies are trying to kidnap us. Let us on the ride.
He says, "Well, all right," and then they sit you in, and then they make sure your seatbelt is buckled, and they check your restraints. And then you're in the seat, and the ride doesn't move.
Nothing good came of it.
Why isn't it going?
Oh, we have to wait for more people.
This was the only place.
So the old ladies catch up, and they get in the back of the roller coaster, and then they
So I'm just.
they strap them in, and they check their restraints, and then they go, "All
Were they
right,"
like
and
the
they,
last
so-
two
and
we
they
needed?
and they say
So, wait,
the.
you know what you should do? You should, now that they've been strapped in, you should immediately get off of the roller coaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and wait for them to get strapped in, and then I'm gonna jump off.
Oh, you
Like, I'm
can't.
gonna be
These,
like, "All right, let's
these
go."
are like the locking restraints. They can't. They're,
Oh, the
they're
locking
locked
restraints. So,
So
like,
well,
can't-
I
I could
think-
I'm sorry,
probably
but at least
squeeze
one of you can fit into really small spaces. Couldn't you just wiggle your way out?
Yeah, but then I have to leave her behind.
Ah, okay.
This is like space
Like,
age
keep your
restraints, but they
hands
don't
and arms
fuck
inside
around
the
with,
ride at all time.
Safety.
But
In the
if everything
future
is
on cars.
restrained, then I assume that like they are restrained to the point where they probably have a hard time aiming machine guns at us.
Maybe.
So
See
well,
what
I think
happens.
so. We disabled the other two ladies, right? They're both down for the count.
One is knocked out. The other one doesn't have her gun. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's completely disabled. And you're down there for that. So
Right.
we will adjudicate this roller coaster situation in a second.
Okay.
Pete Moss, what are you doing?
So now that I've
And then we'll
successfully
hit
gotten
Sammy.
out of the way, how far is the old lady who's doesn't have her gun but is still up?
I mean, you can go over there. It's not a problem.
Well, what I think is the right thing to happen is that I'm covered in jam and jelly right now, so I reach for my weapon and draw it out like this, and it slides out of my hand.
and hits her in the face.
If she's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, that can happen. Give me
Would that be
knock
to
someone
knock someone out?
with that.
Just a dream.
And that's muscles roll.
Yeah.
Where are you? 1.
One? Yeah, that doesn't. It misses.
It just goes wide. Just
I'm thrilled she didn't catch it.
Yeah, it lands by her feet. She might be able to pick it up. What is Sammy doing? There's an old lady with a gun at her feet.
I was gonna say, so this was the one who had shot at Sammy originally.
Yeah.
And then she got distracted by Pete in the first place, and Sammy was down on the ground. So I think Sammy just like ankle checks her, just like rolls and just tries to knock her off balance.
Okay. Give me getting a fist fight.
Alrighty. If I can find my 10.
Doing actually really well and not.
Are you fucking serious? I need to get a new die because that's another one on my 10.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Spoke
switched my
too soon.
colors, if you noticed.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and use my juice
Yeah,
because I haven't used that yet.
use it.
And just try at least get me up from a total failure. God damn it, that's a 3.
All right, so
So it puts me up to 4.
you're gonna go ahead and take a double wound as this old lady turns around and just double axe handles you in the back.
I was gonna say, I think she just like not even on purpose. I think she just like steps on me. I think just like steps on my face.
And it's like right on the bullet graze.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
It's
you
like
have like
when
3 wounds now.
when Pete hits her with the gun and she like stumbles back, and like at that moment I was trying to like go for her legs and she stumbles back and she just like stomps on my face and is now standing on me. And
Sammy has 3
at
Alex,
wounds.
leave your
What's
fetishes
that?
at the
4
door.
wounds.
I just love that once again Sammy has 3 wounds, just like every other episode.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to this roller coaster situation. Does Spanks want to do anything?
Okay.
How long's
So
it been? It's been a minute.
no, the two other ladies are on the coaster,
Yeah.
and
One's knocked out, so there's just this other lady who Sammy tried to hit. Everybody has like S's in their names. It's very annoying.
Yeah, we got
Sammy
Excuse
and
you.
Emmy and
Sinatra,
Spanks and
Emmy Sinclair, and
Sammy
Sammy
has no
and
S's
Emmy.
in his name.
well, but you also have an MMY, which is the
Yeah.
same.
Pete is the only one with a distinct name
Yeah.
out of the whole group.
Well, then I've got the S's in Moss.
Yeah, but we only call you Professor, which also has 2 S's.
Anyway,
Doctor.
What's another name for a pirate's treasure?
All right. Well,
that will be
I went
booty.
ahead. Okay, so I
Booty.
I went ahead to try to knock this woman out, and
how do
I got an 11 again. So
Jesus. All right. Yeah.
Spanks
she
is
out.
just like, fuck yeah. Spanks is here to show everybody how it's done.
Just beat the shit out of all these old ladies.
What is this little
Look.
thing from the outside of just like all the stunning? We just started
looks like
wailing.
There's all
on
these.
stupid
Yeah, there was
citizens.
gunfire, and then you dumped a bunch of jam on an old lady, and then just started everybody punching the shit out of her.
Except for, the other 2 old ladies who were chasing after 2 what look like kids who
Yeah.
are screaming they're
with
trying to
submachine
kidnap
guns.
us. So, like, we look entirely innocent.
All right. So, are you gonna try and are you personally gonna try and escape from the restraints before?
I can't do Anna
launch of
dirty
the-
like that.
All right. So
Unless I'm gonna try to, like, get out of the restraints and, like, run over to them, but I
Right.
feel like then if they
Alright.
get a close enough look at me, they'll realize that I am not Anna, so we need
they
to keep our
say- They say, "Thank you for riding the Air Jordan. Please keep your hands and feet inside of the car at all times. We will be launching into space very briefly in 3, 2, 1, lift off." And the roller coaster shoots off, and it goes up the hill and down and through a loop and off to the side and then off to the other side and up a helix spiral that doesn't make any physical sense and then back down another one, and it does all this crazy shit. I'm gonna need... I don't really have, like, constitution. Give me keep cool under pressure.
Keep cool under pressure.
Yeah, give me that.
Look,
See
I
if
just
you-
had an entire
see if you
spaghetti.
throw
This
up.
could go very
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, then you know what? You have disadvantage.
Disadvantage on my D6.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you need
I
to, like,
can't
roll 2
possibly
6s
pass
to
this.
succeed this, yeah.
Yeah. That one was a 6.
Oh,
Let's see what
man.
the other one is. 3.
Okay.
That would have
Well,
been
you
so
got a 3.
funny.
You got a 3. So you're going. Go ahead and you're gonna.
Can I
you're gonna-
weaponize this? Also, content warning for
yeah.
anybody who is triggered by Stuff
Bomb.
like, people tossing their cookies. You might want to mute for a bit.
Yeah. Content warning, vom.
Look, I'll
Jettison
content warning and I'll
literal shit into space. If you're still with us.
I'll put a content warning start and I'll undo it whenever we're done with this scene, because I know specifically there's at least one person in the chat who has a trigger for this. So.
Well, I won't go into super deep detail then. I'll just say you blow chunks, and that counts as a wound for you.
Cool. Was I able to weaponize it?
No.
All right.
See, that's why you shouldn't. It was all that spaghetti jam.
It's all that spaghetti jam. All right. I'll do the end here. There we go.
I'll make sure I note that in the release.
Okay, so I'm feeling awful now. Have they let us off the ride yet? Or are we still...
Yeah. You pull into the station platform, and the restraints lift up, and you're able to get off the ride.
All right, so I'm going to let's see here. So I have at least one AoE solution, and there's 2 old ladies with machine guns. I'm assuming that the rest of the people on the ride got the hell out of there as soon as they could when they realized 2 ladies with submachine guns.
There weren't very many on to begin with.
Of course. So if it looks like I can take the opportunity, I'm gonna look in my stuff, find the one that's labeled real, and yeet a bomb at these 2.
All right.
So can I blow something up?
Yeah, give me that.
All right. Because Pete has instilled heroics in me. That is a 12 on the D12.
Them old ladies. First of all, they don't get off of the ride.
You're tense, I'm calm.
And then
don't
they
seem
never
to
get off
move.
the ride.
Control that.
And, well,
Did they?
we'll never know. Because the back of the ride explodes as the ride operators bail out in panic. And, it blows up, including the back of the train platform. This ride will need heavy repairs before it can be operated again.
I grab Anna's hand and I get the hell out of here.
Okay.
This is gonna be a great episode of Space Defunctland.
So yeah, in the confusion of the explosion, I will continue to bolt.
Okay. You successfully bolt. You run down the ride exit, past a couple people, and down into the area where the spaghetti stand is. There is 2 unconscious old ladies, a dead meat packer man, and 3 of your friends standing around.
Water can take any form. It drifts without effort one moment.
Adjusts his suit and his tie and sort of dusts himself off. Gets out sort of a little handkerchief and wipes off his knuckles, like, alright. Okay, now what?
Well, you've got 2 unconscious old ladies.
Do I
Is
finally
anybody
around
dead?
the corner with Anna?
Anybody died? Well, except for meatpackers. Anybody dead?
Amy finally comes around the corner. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those 2, they're in pieces.
Okay, well,
Y'all heard the explosion.
yeah.
And you've worked with Emmy before. You knew what it was, in your heart of hearts.
It's good. I don't really want to kill these ladies in cold blood if I don't have to, and which means that they might come back after me later, but also they should know better.
And
Anyway,
he pulls out his restraints.
Well, can we check?
Yeah, do that.
Do they have bounties on them?
Give me a, somebody's gonna have to, gather intel.
Yo, Pete! Hey, Professor!
I'm pulling it out. I'm still covered in jam. It's like keep sliding out of one hand and I catch it in the other.
When you try and type, your fingers pull off the keys.
You're supposed to get a case for these. I never really saw the need
is-
until now.
That is not the intent of sticky keys. Also, I imagine when I come back around with Anna, Sammy looks like shit again because he always gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, Sammy is like slowly rising to his feet, like trying to wipe the like boot
Yeah, how's
heel print
everybody
off his
else
face.
doing?
He's
I
like,
know he's fucked up.
I usually gotta pay a lot more money to get that kind of treatment, to be honest.
Emmy has 2 wounds. He's taken a gunshot to the back of the shoulder, and he's also his tummy's upset.
By the way, it's almost. I'm just pointing out that it's almost 9.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
No one is more aware of what time it is than me.
but I will proceed to go try to patch up Sammy, and I've got pain drugs because he looks like he's in more pain than me.
Yeah, I got 1 wound, so I'll be okay for now. I think Sammy got the most fucked up.
Yeah, you have 1, I have 2, and Sammy has 3. This is about how this goes. Except
makes
for
sense.
one time when Moss had 4, I think. Or was it Sammy?
Yeah.
All right, so what'd you get on that roll?
I rolled a nat 12 on computer.
Oh, on the
Nice.
computer. So yeah, all 4 of these ladies had bounties on them. They were part of a gang called the Golden Girls.
Of course.
I knew it!
Of course it was. Well, yeah, let's tie up the 2 that are still alive, and we'll hand them off.
So
So
clearly
they
neither
are-
of the 2 I blew up were Betty White, because she lasted forever.
Yeah, of course. So they're both. So the 2 of them
They're
together.
so they're actually they're genetic clones of the actual Golden Girls.
Like the
Yeah.
Tony, the Tony Hawk clones.
Yeah, exactly. And there's actually a whole network of Golden Girls. There's like many of them. There's like a whole hive.
Mind of the Golden Girl singularity.
Yeah, the Golden Girl Syndicate is actually one of the most feared bounty hunting gangs in the solar
What?
system.
You can say that now, because then they're gonna want like revenge on. We don't want to. No, don't get the DM ideas.
But also, this might go in the book now.
Can I try to patch Sammy up? What bonus do pain drugs give me?
Well,
the
I
ones
mean,
I got from.
if you guys are just gonna hang out and rest afterward, it doesn't really
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I figure. Is that I think
Sammy's
that
like,
the
hey, no offense, kid, but I really don't want you coming anywhere near me with that knife. I've seen your medical skills. I
I'm
appreciate
really
the
good.
sentiment, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna try to walk this one off.
Okay, and he'll help you back onto your feet instead.
so this is all really about Sammy trying to get his saxophone back.
Well, you see, I didn't always used to be the Scat King of Ganymede.
Don't explain it.
A long time ago, I was known as the Sax King of Ganymede.
I know, I was
Before
there.
my life took a turn.
I
And
remember.
there was a brief period I was known as the Sex King of Ganymede, but that's another story.
Sammy, I've lived through all of this bullshit. I wondered what had happened to your saxophone, and now I know.
And this is why my musical career took such a downturn, because I had to transition from saxophone into scatting because I had no more instrument.
And I presume that there was no possible way for you to get a new saxophone.
Well, the thing is with musicians, your instrument in a lot of ways it's like your child, and in a lot of other ways it was a lot more like my child, because it was made specifically with my genetic genome. It was made in the lab using my genetic information. So in a way, it is kind of like my child.
What is your
saxophone?
You know what? I don't want to ask what the saxophone's made of. I'm just glad that I'm a singer.
No, it's a sterile procedure. You go to a lab, they have you jazz in a cup. 9 months later, you got a test tube saxophone.
So these Golden Girls were worth $1,200. That's $300 each.
Yay! I basically made back what I spent on this adventure.
How is Anna handling the situation?
Well,
Where'd she
she was.
go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, for her.
She says, I don't know. I was gonna go with him, and that was gonna. He was gonna hook me up, and I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Emmy just
Well.
looks up to Pete with big puppy eyes and like, we can't leave her.
Best of luck.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, we definitely can. Listen,
Have fun at the berry farm.
see ya.
I got my saxophone back, so.
She's like, not really.
Emmy's just standing there, like, hand in hand with her still because, from running and everything, and just like, what do you mean? You don't have your saxophone back.
I do have
shit.
contacts
Goddamn it.
on this planet. Old botany buddies, part of the terraforming project, but they might not be thrilled to see me, and they might be less thrilled if I come with a wanted fugitive.
She's not a wanted fugitive. She's my twin. See?
Well, if we have no other options, it's certainly worth a shot.
This is not our responsibility. We really could just walk away from this entire thing right now.
But then how will Sammy get his saxophone back?
That's really the concern here.
Okay, that's...
Well, that's the concern that Emmy knows Sammy cares about.
Yeah,
Well, how are we
at this
gonna get
point,
his saxophone back when the guy who had it
Sammy's
dead
got the
anyway?
hostage.
She still has contacts within the family. She can have this taken care of, but she's not gonna do that unless she knows she's safe.
Okay, well, fuck it.
Yeah,
Emmy's
We'll see
still like
next
held
time.
fast to her.
we'll see what
It's like,
happens
look,
next
I-
time.
Yeah.
So what's
Look,
the
I took a
what's
bullet
the ending
for
of the
her.
episode? What's our dramatic send off?
We all finally go get shawarma with jam on it. Finds a vegetarian.
Jamming with Jordan.
There's the space equivalent, like a hologram equivalent of a cardboard cutout of Michael Jordan in his prime. That's like
Yeah.
you can get pictures around and stuff, and it's like right there next to the little like picnic table.
Right. And we're all just like morosely eating our jam shawarma while like hologram Michael Jordan is like grinning and like spinning a basketball like, next to us.
And
Or
the
just, like,
roller
nursing our
coaster
wounds
behind us
and-
is on fire.
Yeah.
You guys are probably gonna have to pay for that at some point.
I was about to say, we should probably get out of this part before somebody actually tries to, like, nail us for property damage. I'm just saying.
No one's gonna believe I did it.
Thanks for watching the CU Space Cowboy Actual Play podcast. You can check out the game and pre-order your own copy at TidalWaveGames.com today. Follow us on Twitter at TidalWaveRPG, and if you like what you see, throw us a couple bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/TidalWaveGames. Stay gold.